And we're on. No more bullshitting.
None.
We're here. We're fucking live. We're fucking live.
Oh,
Late.
Shit, I gotta go.
Fucking late like always. Always late, but it was worth it because you got fed.
Yeah, actually, I did not expect that either. Like, honestly, like, I had like a protein bar on the way over here just to kind of like soak this up. But then all of a sudden I get here and I got like a full plate of food. Like,
This is
every single podcast should do this. Like, it doesn't have to be cooking shows. Just hook somebody up and they will like always come back. Like, we're like 30 seconds in and I'm already gonna come back.
Hey man, we're doing this thing. All right. Big thing.
Yep.
If we talk into the mic because I really want people to hear you, or if you want to hang back from the mic, you can push the button right here and you can turn the volume up. That way you can.
Like this one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shit. Well, got some music for y'all. Hold on, before I do my intro for my buddy here, we got some music. I met this guy at LA Cali Fest in LA, obviously. He goes by Realquicctho, and it's called Taco. In the meantime, in between I met this gentleman in front of me. I think it was at Coco, right? It was at Coco Comedy Club. I only bring funny people on my show. You guys should know this.
My girl making tacos, so I'm headed to the crib,
If
Mo.
you've been on here,
I'ma get at
chances
you
are
tomorrow,
you're
bro.
And
I
if
swear
you've
to
been
God,
on
I think
here,
I got
chances
a winner.
are lying.
I'ma eat, play some Call of Duty, watch Sports Center.
But not in-
Steph went for 30. Lillard had a triple D.
But not
Wizards
seriously
came
though, in
back
this
to win
case,
the game.
he's
I'm
one of the
feeling
funny
shorty
ones.
low key, breaking
And
down the
the
OG.
second I'm
Eat,
able to
make
get
love, sleep. Yeah, you know me.
about another
Cilantro,
festival, and I'm gonna be
bussin'.
a part
Baby
of
made him up so
my
cold, don't wanna
control of the
touch
show.
him. Hit the J on the
gonna be a
freeway.
part.
I'm about to crush him. She like tacos like I do, so we function.
this is
Baby
your
presentation is
formal
better than
invitation
El
for the
Unico.
next-
Chicken tacos be fine. And yes, I punish those. Well, if you want something, mama, you better text it, cause a brother job done for the night once I hit the
I'm gonna
exit.
tell you to pull up
I
December 3rd to the Laugh and Hash Festival. I'm gonna sit there and invite you to my celebrity live show and New Year's Eve back to back. By the way, I'm not doing this. Ladies and gentlemen, this
Tuesday,
is
dog,
your
I'm
first
in
one, right?
Hollywood like a mug. Got this
Another
all
first
you can
timer
eat
on the
taco
pod,
spot,
guys.
slip
We
a
got
bug.
another. This
I
is the
think
first
it's
pod. Period.
$12.95. Just bring
Fuck
it
you
good.
talking.
When you come to
We're gonna get
California,
right
them
into
tacos
it.
become
You
a
guys make
drug,
some
and I put
noise
that on my
for a
mama, my
buddy of
baby
mine,
tacos
Kyle
are
Caldwell.
I snap a picture before I eat them, cause it's an honor. My brother got the munchies, of course it's the marijuana, and now I'm about to go for the kill like Chris Donner.
He came bearing. Oh yeah, and fucking Jack. Hey Jack, Jack Daniels, come on, bro. And I got you guys on the new camera too. Please
I'm
send
starting
us
to feel
some.
like Craig Daddy, my stomach bubbling. Soft shell, either way though. Whenever shorty make them, I promise they all go.
Liquor.
If you want
that I
something, baby,
expected.
you better text it, 'cause
Like,
a
I was
brother
walking
gonna
up and
go for
down,
the
and like there was like beer and wine, all of that. And just as I was about to leave, I'm like, there's clearly no liquor. They had this and like two other things, and they were all gift boxes. So like,
Oh, holiday shit.
yeah, and so I got that, and I got two rock glasses that I was going to bring in, but I'm like, oh, we'd be advertising them too much. Like, you know, we're already giving them enough free publicity, just putting it smack dab in the middle of the table.
Hey, you know.
But then I get here, and dude has his own like initials on his rock glasses, and it's like the classiest shit I've ever seen.
Thank my queen. Thank my queen.
Thank
like,
you, Queen.
You know, it's a bunch of. Oh, there she goes. She in there. She in there. The walls are thin here, but don't worry. We got. Look, I'm not here to make this about me, but I got so much good shit coming in. But I want to get into Kyle because I actually like Kyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kyle.
I actually like Kyle. I like Kyle so much. I'm pouring another. I'm gonna pour some more because I like to drink. Damn it.
I mean, it's only Tuesday. Going up on a Tuesday.
Going up. Oh, that's right. That is a song, huh?
Uh-huh. Like it was like way beyond like my generation. But you know, I'm a Drizzy Drake fan.
Word.
Like 38
Six
years
God.
old. That's perfectly normal, right?
Six God. I can be a Drake stan at times. I like Drake.
I haven't
But
heard the new one.
you have okay.
No, the last one I heard was like Certified Lover Boy, and I just kind of let that go. I tried to listen to the one with 21 Savage, and it's not that I have anything against 21 Savage.
I'm with you.
Like it just didn't work for me.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Like I got like maybe it was the memes. The memes is probably what killed it for me. Like the internet just like took that weird inflection that he had like 21.
Yeah.
For me. Like doing those dances.
That's for the kids.
That's all I heard. And so like I don't know. I just stopped. I'm sorry, Drake.
So the single that he has out right now, First Person Shooter with J. Cole took that shit over, dude.
I'm sure he did. I need to find this.
Over. Oh, I would play it, but you know.
Oh no, that's like the first thing that I'm doing when I get back in the car.
I'm not cracking like that to be playing other people's music, which is why shout out to Ralphion. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ralphion. Thank you for the tacos. That was him.
Like we were listening to a preview just before we went on, and like the first verse just like described my life for a while. Like that song goes like fucking hard. Like, well done, sir.
What? Yeah, word. I just want some tacos. That's just fun. That shit's fun.
He shut me up real quick though because like we were talking about like roast battles and stuff and how I absolutely cannot do one. So I tried to start today and say like, man, if this rapper is not over 250 pounds, I'm gonna be upset. And he goes like, oh no, he's fit. He's like 250 pounds of like muscle. I'm like, man,
he's fit.
Like I'm gonna get my ass kicked and he's not even here.
It's all, hey Ralph, hey, he's a cool dude, bro. Just give him some tacos and we call it even.
Like if whatever you do in order to eat that much tacos and stay fit, please let me know. Because like all of my tacos are just like pocketed right here. It's why I had to like switch to Hawaiian shirts. I've never done Hawaiian shirts. It's to hide everything else. I'm a medium.
That's that. Oh, see, that's that Drake and Khaled album that had you. You got Khaled shirt on right now.
You know what it is? My brother-in-law is a DJ / surfer that lives out in Ojai.
He smokes weed, huh?
Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Yeah. What else is there to do in Ojai?
He smokes.
Everything shuts down at 9.
What? Nah, hell no.
I spent. I worked for like 2 years out in Ojai, at like this mom and pop coffee shop, like just before the pandemic hit. So I know all about how Ojai's nightlife works, and there is none to speak of all the way up until you get to about the weekend. Like, literally, like at around this time, this is where like everybody's just going home. It's like the weirdest thing in the world.
I've been to Ojai a couple times. And I think both times I went was to go hiking, but there was one time, shout out to my boy T. We went hiking, and after the hike, we went to go get pizza because we had the kids with us and stuff. And we saw one motorcycle who drove up and down the street. Then he saw 2 motorcycles drive up and down the street. Then I heard a third one, and I was like, hey, you see any other black people around here? He's like, nah, we gotta go. So we got in the car, we got our pizza, and then we got out of there. And then like later on, I heard that they have like, you know, some of the racist motorcycle gangs and whatnot. But you know, we got out of there, and they fucked our pizza up.
They fucked our pizza. To my knowledge, it is not Ojai that has those people, but you have to drive past those people to get to Ojai. And like, I'm not going to give exact coordinates, you know, just in case. But right when you drive in, there's giant, overly sized, like comically oversized, just MAGA flags just wafted in the wind, like on the back of people's trucks. And like, it's like, this is where I feel old. And I'm like, you know, think of the children, because like that flag's going to fly off and like hit somebody's windshield.
Yeah. And
then that's like the one and only time where I'm just going to like, okay, boomer myself. Like, dude, just let it go. But they're racist, so, you know.
They don't know no better.
Yeah. But the main reason why everybody ends up going to Ojai is for hiking.
Okay. So then we were on the right track then.
Yeah.
We did it right then.
And they hate it. People in Ojai hate it. They hate outsiders.
Oh,
not gonna
shit.
Lie.
Okay.
Like, no, here's the thing. You're Ventura County. That's fine. But,
yeah.
you know, like those people that are coming from Hollywood, and they're just going like, I want to be amongst, you know, like the civilians and, you know, normal people. It's like, oh, look, there's like a pink mountain or whatever it is. Because that happens like if the sun hits it right. But there was this one time my wife, who wasn't my wife at the time, and now that this story is coming to my head, you know, we may have to reconsider some things afterwards. She made me go on this hike, and it was me, her, and her friend. And I am not outdoorsy by any means. And I really, really hate snakes.
It's like my mom.
I mean, she's the smartest lady I've ever heard. So we get to the entrance to the one or two places to hike, like, which is weird because everybody goes to Ojai to hike, but everybody that lives there say that there's only 2 places to go. So we get to one of those places, and right when we get there, she's just going like, "Oh, and don't worry about it. It's snake season." I'm like, "There's a season?"
Don't worry about it. I'm worried about it.
Like, she waited until the last possible second to tell me because she knew I would have said no.
Oh,
then,
one of those. Got it.
Yeah. And so we start going up the hill, and I'm already on edge, like so close on edge. And I'm like looking all over the place, and they're just like, you know, gallivanting and carrying on.
Yeah,
back
just
there.
frolicking.
Because like apparently snakes just don't bother people. Like I'm the weirdo that's just like, you know, they're these tiny things that nobody could ever see.
Yeah,
that
you
will
can hear the
kill
fuck
you.
out of them though.
Yeah, well, like if you're lucky.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like otherwise, somebody could just come up, or like they could just come up and just bite your ass, and then you're done.
Yeah.
So like I'm on edge. I'm looking around. All of a sudden, I go to my left, and I see it. This, in my mind, it's giant. It's probably like this big, but it's in my mind, it's like this giant gray snake. And I turn around and I went, nope. I didn't make a sound. And I ran with such perfect form. I have never, ever ran this way. Like, and all of a sudden, like, they just see me and just, like, fly
Just
by.
get
And they
out
go,
of
like,
there.
where are you going? I'm like, I'm fucking gone. And, like, I already told them, I'm like, I've warned you about this. I'm not rescuing you. It's down that way. I'm going to meet you down at the site. I got in the car, and I just, like, I was so heated for, like, a good, like, hour. I'm, like, playing games on my phone. And I'm like, man, they're probably dead up there because of that snake. I don't even, like, no, it was their fault.
Karma.
There we go. And then
You
when, like, they
should have
finally
told me.
when they finally came back, like, I was still heated.
Yeah.
And so like they kept trying to, like, you know, calm me down and everything. And I can't remember if it was my wife or her friend, but they said like, oh, you know, you didn't have to worry about that snake. It wasn't poisonous.
So
I'm
there's
like,
more than one type out here, is what you're saying.
I'm going like, I'm not about to stick around and find out. I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
going to,
you
like,
guys don't care about
like if
me
I
that
see a
much.
snake, I'm not pulling out my phone and Googling it just in case. I'm like, can I pet this snake or no? Like, no, it's not that. And then I try to explain that to him. And then one of them hits me with this weird bit of trivia. The way that you could tell if a snake is poisonous is you look at the markings on its anus.
So they just out here looking at snake booty.
Exactly.
They just out here looking at snake booty. That's what.
So like you're trying to tell somebody that's already afraid of snakes that in order to decipher if one can kill you or not is to get a good enough look at his asshole.
Ass. Yeah, nah.
Like, no, I'm not sticking around to find that out.
This is like, okay, this is my comparison to that.
Like,
I can't swim. Fuck you guys. Okay, fuck you guys. Right? Fuck you guys. And we had fried chicken before the show, fuckers.
it was amazing.
So I can't swim, right? There's different type of snakes, and there's also different types of water. I don't give a shit which fucking water it is. I'm not getting in it. Like, and don't push me in the pool. Don't push me in the pool because I'm gonna die, and then I'm just gonna hunt your ass. It's fucked up. Fuck it. But I don't know how else to get you out of the house. Well, fuck, you could have told me you're gonna give me 10 grand or some shit. Women can't do shit by themselves. Ooh, shit. Wait, let me rephrase.
The walls are so thin.
Let me rephrase. Women don't want to do shit by themselves. They need us there. Shit, I'm just fucking up left and right. They want us there. You guys think she heard me? Leave it in the comments. Nah, I'm playing. Don't do that corny shit. Leave it in the comments. All right, comedy.
Yes, sir.
so many questions about it. Of course, I'm gonna ask the cookie cutter shit. I'm gonna ask the typical questions, but that's because I want to know. Everybody has a different answer. Okay, like the way I got into comedy might not be the way you got into comedy. What got you into comedy?
Sex for money.
Sex for money?
No, I don't know. What got me like into comedy, or what got me like on stage is like the question. Because like I've been into stand up for forever.
How about both? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
both.
so like
That's why I fucking asked the cookie cutter questions.
cookie cutter questions.
Coochie cutter.
So like I can't remember who got me into it specifically, especially because like this. But
Word. That we love so
the
much.
first special that I had memorized was Eddie Murphy's Raw. So
Classic.
that was the big one. And then ever since then it was always like Comedy Central Presents, like whenever that would come on, like me and my friends would just end up like migrating to that. So that like into stand up gotta be, you know, early teens. And I've always respected the craft, and like I've always done theater. Like I'm a theater nerd. I don't know if you could tell by like everything about me, like just like my structure in my body and stuff. But like
built like
I
a
did,
theater nerd.
like I tried sports. I swear to God. But like I've done comedic roles, and I'm like, I know I can be funny, but the thought of actually getting up on stage and expressing my own thoughts and writing it down and like making that entertaining, it just scared the shit out of me. So I was always kind of like hesitant about it. And then
yeah, I feel that.
like and it wasn't until probably about like a couple years ago where I just kept looking at it and I'm like, it just looks fun as fuck. I gotta like get up there and at least see if I can do it and see if I can get away with it. And I wrote like a 5-minute set that honestly I found it in like my phone, which is absolute garbage. Like some things you can like, you know, pick apart and spare, maybe like trim the fat.
Yeah, of course.
There's nothing in there that worked. So it kind of worked out in my favor that the pandemic hit.
Practice time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Had
Okay.
plenty of time to do it.
Hell yeah.
So I got a lot of bits about quarantine that are just never going to see the light of day because it's just been so long.
Yeah,
But,
Here today, gone tomorrow time.
Yeah.
And we were down for what? Like fucking 2 years, maybe? A year? Yeah.
Yeah, and like that was another thing that just kind of like made everything a little weird too. Because once everybody started rolling back in, you know, nobody had any idea what to do or what to think or like how to interact with people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now's the best time to try a career in stand-up comedy because, you know, I'm awkward just like everybody else. I could be king of those people.
Damn, that's fucking interesting, yo. It really is. It really is.
I guess it worked, but like I get so technically I got my start randomly on a whim. I just said, fuck it. And I went to, I think it's called Mel's Lounge out in Santa Barbara because I wanted my debut to be as far away from people that I know as possible. I said,
hey, shout out to Mel's Lounge, yo.
I know it's a great spot and I recommend everybody go there because like the audience is great. And from what I remember, it was like 8 to 10 minutes. So you guys got like a full set.
Not bad,
like,
yeah.
Like I would totally go back there, but I wanted to make damn sure that if I flopped, nobody that I knew was going to be there. And I didn't flop. It's just, you know, I've gotten better since then.
So since then, right? When you watched it, right? Did you see potential in yourself?
Oh, I don't watch me.
Oh shit!
I can't do it.
Okay, so tell me that thought process because I cannot watch me. I'll say I won't, but I always end up watching. I don't know. I have to.
Well, like, you know, I act and I've made music in the past and everything, and I've just become like so much of like a perfectionist to like a fault. Cause like there's a perfectionist like Dr. Dre that like goes in there and like meticulously does that, but it's all going towards something.
Yeah.
When I get all meticulous and start like watching over myself, whether it's in like acting or music or stand up,
Yeah.
like the majority of the time I freeze up. So especially with stand up, I'm trying to make a point of just going full blown Johnny Depp and just never watch a thing that I do. Cause like, I feel like if I were to watch it, you know, good or bad, it would just stop my whole momentum in doing anything. But like that being said, I don't recommend that for everybody.
Right.
I barely even
Right.
recommend that for myself. I could probably like, you know, expand a little bit more as a comic if I actually were to be as meticulous as I am in other fields. But there's something about stand up for me, at least, like it feels a little bit more personal. I think it's because it's more new. And it's me just kind of like finding my way through all of this shit that I don't want to do anything to like damper whatever I could become. I mean, I could become like just like a fart joke shock comic, like 5 years down.
Yeah.
And it'll go completely off the rails and I'll have no idea how I got there. But I think that's kind of how it needs to be.
Okay. I can live with that.
Yeah. But I don't know shit.
Let me turn your mic up.
Oh.
I'm gonna turn your mic up.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought you were like using it.
Turn my mic. Yeah, see, I like those levels right there. I just want people to hear you.
Okay, so let's like run that whole thing back.
No, they're gonna hear it. They're gonna hear it, but now, like from here on out, they're gonna hear you louder.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, fuck no, that's dope.
But what about you? How'd you get your start?
So I got my start right. I went to the comedy club when it was upstairs. This is Copa upstairs. And I just went to a show. Like me and the girlfriend, we were just out, wanted to do something, you know, like, and we just kind of stumbled upon a comedy show. And I'm listening and I'm watching and I'm listening and I'm watching and I'm just like, yo, like, I think I want to try this. Like, I really think I could do it. And before that, everybody told me, one way or another, you need to be in front of a camera. You need to be on a stage. And I never listened to them. So once I went there, I was like, all right, I'm going to try this. Started talking to people. People started like, hey, you should come here on these days, which was like, and it was Gigi's. Like, hey, Wednesday night, check out this place called Gigi's. Everybody's welcome. Whether you're experienced or not, they just want people to go in there and have a good time. If you got something on your mind, get it off your chest. So I went in. My first time I did about 9 minutes, I think. And it felt like forever. But 9 minutes for your first time, I didn't know that was good. I watched it back and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. But compared to where I'm at now and just being more comfortable on stage, yeah, it was bad.
Oh, yeah.
But,
and like, I think that when I had my start, like over at Mel's, like they gave you that window of like 10 minutes. I think I only went for 5, but like stand up is a completely different beast than anything that I was used to.
Big time.
Because like, you know, the only thing that I can really compare it to is like at some point somebody introduced me to like this quote that like Mike Tyson said. He says, everybody's got a plan until you get hit in the face.
Word.
And the very second you have this entire set down and you are like with everything that's going on in your head and what you think is funny and what you think is going to work, like you may be right, you may be wrong, but the very second that you're wrong, you like that's that punch in the face that all of a sudden you're like, okay, well now I just got to improvise, or you feel like you need to.
It's like, how do I get back?
I mean, I'm like, I know for a fact that like the pros just kind of like stay in that pocket and they know how to like take it from that. But you know, like in my experience, I've only really been doing this consistently like for about a year. Like,
okay, so we're right there. We're with each other.
Yeah. I mean, like when the pandemic, you know, finally opened up, I wanted to get like a good run at it. And I met a lot of the people that come to Copa like through, some vegan restaurant that was by like my barbershop. And like they stopped doing that. But, I was going in and, you know, I was having fun. I was meeting a lot of new people. And then I kept getting sidetracked with like auditions and booking a show. And then I just ran out of material. But what's been happening this second time around is I've been going up with like no material. And that's the one thing that's kind of like keeping me in this a little bit more. It's just kind of like, you know, it's kind of like training with weights at this point.
That's interesting that you say that, because for a year, I didn't have any material. All I had was just funny ass stories, right? I have funny ass stories. And when I started going up and getting better and better and learning about when to pause and how to pause, and, you know, like if it's not funny, don't worry. It's not the end of the world. Just keep fucking going. You're going to catch them, you know? Fuck, I short-term memory loss. I forgot what I was saying.
Cheers to that.
But yeah, I had no material. I really didn't. And so first it turned into people saying, you need to get on stage, right? So I get on stage, I'm doing my shit. People are laughing. Then it turned into, you should get into writing. And for me, it was like, I don't know about writing because I can't make this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't make this shit up. Everything I'm telling you guys, like, this shit is fucking, it happened to me before.
If that isn't somebody's like Netflix special title, then it has to be. It's like, I can't make this shit up.
I can't make this shit up. Coming out in 2024 this time next year, yo. But like,
it's called manifesting. Google it.
Oh shit! What is that? Oh shit!
I just said manifesting. You don't need to cut my feed.
Hold on. I'm gonna fix that real quick. Technical difficulties. I'm gonna talk.
Damn.
But
I'm finally looking at myself. I'm like, I'm a chameleon with your wall.
But like, it was like,
I swear on my life, I'm the whitest person I know, and I have no business wearing a white shirt with a white background. Like, if it wasn't for this tank top and like all these accessories, you wouldn't even know I'm here. I'd be John Cena.
This is what I'm about to do. Hold up. You never know what you're going to get on the Realquicctho podcast. Things just happen. But so I started, okay, so there was one show that actually made me write. And it was my first time at Levity Life.
Is that the Oxnard place?
Yeah, that's the big
that's like the names go in and out of there.
Big time, yeah. And I
yeah.
was actually just there. So when I had got booked there, that's when I was like, you know what? I'm gonna write something down.
It's like, maybe we start doing that.
Yeah, because like for me, right? For me, it's just all about like wordplay and you know, just it's just flipping words. You know what I'm saying? You're just being a wordsmith. It's all it really is.
Well, you kill it as a host too. So like, I could totally get why people just say like, throw you up on stage and just see what happens. Because just like with your introductions, and especially like how, you know, like at least half the people that go up on stage at Copa, like, you know how to fill that time and you know how to be entertaining. So yeah, dude, like I think maybe it did take just like writing it down in order to like, to get you to like that next level for it. But you know,
cause when I did start writing down, like when I did start like prepping and like getting, they call it the hard five. When I started getting the hard five down, I think that was, besides having, you know, limited amount of time, that one is I think that's my favorite one because I actually prepared for it. I actually did it the right way. I actually like, you know, I took my time. I practiced. I was literally in the mirror. I did it over and over and over and over again till I hit like, hey, you guys, thank you. I'm Realquicctho. Please check me out on the podcast, Black Truffle TV. I'm on YouTube. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. Thanks, you guys. Have a good night. And then welcome the host back up.
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes. So when I did it, when it was time to do it, and I did it, 4 minutes 46 seconds. So I didn't know that I had the extra 14 seconds, but I was super satisfied with that. And the comedian that I opened up for, shout out to Phil Medina, he was like, "That's how it's done right there. That's how it's done." And I got just about, at least I like to think I did. I got just about every emotion out of people.
Mm-hmm.
I got like, ha ha ha, like that was pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I don't know who you are, but that's fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got just busting out laughing. Then I got, oh shit, did he really fucking did that? You know what I did? And then I got the, oh, you know, everybody was quiet when they needed to be quiet, and everybody laughed when they were supposed to laugh. So, and I don't know, I'm just proud of myself for that shit.
Well, no, that's classic crowd control. And not only that, you had them on that entire ride in under 5 minutes. I mean, like,
yeah.
And like, if you think about it, what were you really going to do with those 15 seconds? I mean, like, it's what, some random like dad joke, a one-liner?
Yeah, right.
No, like,
right.
like
true.
The
Very
one
true.
thing that I was talking to Mike about it.
Gasson or Satumba?
The tall
Gasson. Okay.
that guy.
Hey, Mike, shout out to you, Mike.
Funny guy. I'm
Yeah,
horrible
quiz.
with names. So, but yeah, it's Mike G. So
check out his episode 2.
Honestly, funny as hell. I was talking to him about it over at Gigi's about how, especially when you're trying to get like that 5 minutes like trimmed down, like in like the situation that we're in, just like trying to get out of the open mics. You know, it doesn't leave a lot of room for error, but it also doesn't leave too much room for telling too many stories.
Right.
Like, you may get one good story, especially if the story's funny. You know, there's going to be like laughter accommodations. So like, it's one thing that like, if you get like a good storyteller like yourself, you got to give them 10 minutes, you know?
Yes.
Like the one thing that's like kind of
strongly agree.
Like I was looking around today on my lunch break for some open mics outside of here. Just cause like I go in and out of North Hollywood, like over the weekends, and, you know, I was just looking for places in general. And there's this one that said like, oh, it's an audition to, perform over at, you know, their stand up. I'm like, all right, that sounds awesome. They said, you got 3 minutes max.
I mean, I'll give you 14 knock jokes.
Exactly. I'm like I was like digging through everything that I have said within the past couple months that had worked, and they at least take a minute.
Right.
And like,
right.
And if you're gonna like, if assuming that they're gonna laugh, because you know that's the goal, you know, like you're gonna like there's gonna be some like things in there. I would really only be saying like 2 things and like a couple of one-liners, and like I have one-liners that I find hilarious that nobody else, it doesn't necessarily land. Like my favorite joke that I've ever written is this one right here, and the reason why it doesn't work is because it's so dated. It says,
"Are we getting a Kyle special, you guys?"
I've done this before, but like the reason why I know it's outdated is because it rarely ever works. But this is like my favorite thing that I've ever written. It said, "My only problem with Who Framed Roger Rabbit is that it gives young, impressionable girls unrealistic expectations of married life with a rabbit."
They're don't be fucking rabbits.
Don't be fucking rabbits.
Okay? Don't be. There's doggy style, but there is no bunny hop. Okay.
But it's like, it's one of those, like, I find it so funny, but it's one of those things where it's like, if you know, you know.
Right.
And if you haven't seen the movie that came out in like, what, 1988, then it wouldn't matter.
Hey, look, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Jessica Rabbit. You know.
Well, okay, then he knows.
Jessica Rabbit.
That was an awakening.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look. I'm the rabbit, and I got me a Jessica Rabbit. Funny guys win. You know what I'm
that
saying?
is what the moral of the movie is.
Funny
like
guys win.
One of the best lines.
Hit it.
It's in there.
Hit it.
Like the what's his name? The professor. The detective is talking to Jessica Rabbit, and he just flat out says, "All right, what the fuck? How did it happen?
Hate. That's fucking hate. Hey, that's
how did it happen?
Fucking hate. That's hate.
But is it like, how did he get you?" And she says, "He makes me laugh."
Boom.
And he accepted it. He went, "That's right. Absolutely. It makes so much sense."
Like him asking, that's hate. But when he accepted the answer, he's like, I'm gonna go do stand-up comedy.
He's like,
you know what I mean?
I need to write some fucking jokes. Oh my God, look at her.
Oh, shit, hey, that's how I got mine.
He was
I
tapping
better
Betty
laugh a
Boop
bunch
though.
of times. You know what I'm saying? You don't fucking make your ass laugh. Hey, ha ha, hee, that's me, hee.
I missed that whole thing. I was talking over you, so I missed
It's all.
it.
Hey, look.
I was like, yeah.
As you guys know, I like to drink, but also as you guys know, I love to spread love. So real quick though, man, we got my homegirl, Sade Champagne. Make sure you guys go check her out on IG. She has a play coming up, and if you want details, go to her page because she can tell you better than I can. But I will be there, and you never know. Me and her might have some things in the making. And now that I know that you're into acting, I am going to let her know, and maybe you will be able to showcase some of your stuff with her on a script that she is currently writing.
Oh hell yeah! Like so, I was like, I'm more than interested in like, you know, people in that line of creative art. I mean, Jay, he was telling me about like Jay. You know, going off into like that aspect too.
Oh, so he hit you up about that?
Yeah,
because he hit me up about that. He hit me up about that too. So I'm all in. I'm down.
I think he wants me to play a cop, and I'm like, I've gotten to that age where I can play nothing but cops.
We got him.
We got him.
We're gonna keep this going. One of my heroes, like he's my big brother. He don't know it. Check it out. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Go check it out. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't read it, but I listen to all this music. So I pretty much know what it's all about because I've made it through my adversity. I just didn't sell it. You know what I'm saying? So I know I pretty much know what he's on.
That was dope. Like, frame that shit. He said, I made it through my adversity. I just didn't sell it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Dude, I have so much shit. Though I've lost a lot of people, but I've lost them in the physical. They're still here. Danny, I love you to death.
Recipe ski.
Word. Aileen, I love you to death. There we go. I love you to death. You're always here with us. Hey B, I see you, fool. Uncle Jimmy, I love you. Hey doggy dog, what up, cuz? And you guys already know my big bro. That is my big bro. That is my hero. He fucking painted my life with his words, and it scared the shit out of me. But on that note, you know, I'm gonna take a shot for you guys. Love you guys, and this is for us. So speaking of
bless him.
Speaking of heroes, who do you consider a hero in comedy?
In comedy?
Right.
You know what's funny is like the people that I would consider heroes don't necessarily kind of like, I can't use them as like a reflection of like what I do up on stage, because I could tell you like who I could be compared to, but I think that like honestly, especially coming like just off the top of my head, one of the biggest heroes that I had just in comedy in general was Matthew Perry. And like that dude, like he shaped my humor and just like my personality, just, you know, being somebody that graduated in the class of 2004, like all the sarcasm, like the voice inflections that kind of creeps up into like my set a little bit too. Like that dude, like when we lost him about a week and a half ago, that hit me hard. And it actually, it still kind of hits a little bit too. So, you know, just another excuse to kick this back a little bit more. But as far as heroes in stand-up, Eddie Murphy is a big one. Robin Williams is a big one. I consider John Leguizamo a big hero in that regard because he does a lot of comedic one-man shows. And ultimately, that's one thing that I would personally want to do further down the line. like this isn't a springboard or nothing like that to do one-man shows by any means. I love stand-up in itself, but I think that if we're just talking about like heroes growing up, that's probably like a big one for that. Arj Barker, I love his work. Dimitri Martin, I love his work. Jim Gaffigan, I love his work. Todd Barry, Bo Burnham's the new one.
So yeah, you're deep into it.
Bill Burr is like one of the big one that I'm looking at right now.
I did catch his last special.
Oh god. So about 2 weeks ago, I went down to the LA School of Comedy, which is a great place to check out too. They got like high quality. They put up high quality shit, and they have a dude there that like for $10 they'll like cut and edit your set all professional.
Yeah,
help out real well. So like shout out to them. But I was there about a week or two ago on a Friday, and we were talking about roast battles.
Yeah. Yep.
So I go up and I do my set, and like I felt like I did pretty well. And the dude jumps up on stage, and he says something along the lines of, "Shout out to Kyle, aka Lil Burr."
Hey, I fuck with that.
I thought that was the most creative thing. He's like Bill, Lil, Burr, like that sort of thing. And the funniest, like I took that as like the biggest compliment. And like the fact that like I'm a ginger with a beard doing stand up, it's kind of low hanging fruit. But either way, I mean, like I love Bill Burr.
Yeah,
like, I listen to his podcast.
Bill Burr.
Yeah, so like it's one of the biggest compliments that I could get just doing stand up. And the funniest part is after the set, he came up and he apologized. He went like, "I'm sorry if that was rude, if I came off calling you Lil Burr." I'm like, dude, that was like the most politest roast I've ever had.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, yo.
Like, do you know, like I was like walking on air back to my car. I'm like, this dude called me Lil Burr.
Have you ever got to meet any of them?
I never met Bill Burr, but I saw him perform at Flappers in Burbank when he was testing out his stuff for like, I could tell it was like for his, not this last special, but the special before that.
Right.
Because he was talking about like Deflategate with Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And Kyle was lit. Kyle was fucking lit. And like my wife's a fan of stand up. Like
that's
she
dope.
like we love watching John Mulaney. That's another dude that's like been a heavy influence recently. Like I love his stuff. And she also likes Bill Burr. I didn't realize at the time how much she liked Bill Burr. But I learned really quickly by how upset she got when I apparently pushed her out of the way to shake his hand.
Hey, look, ladies, okay? We let us have our man crushes. It's not necessarily a gay thing, okay? It's not gay. It's just we're inspired.
You know how narcissistic a man crush I have on Bill Burr? I mean, it's like looking in a mirror, and I'm just like, dude.
If fucking Cher was there, we'd be catching chairs to our faces. Like, move.
Cher. Both of them still could get it. Oh, God, they're like 75. Oh, just like you just put some like WD-40 like on like their hips or whatever, like we'll make it work.
Black people use Crisco. Shoot.
I'm trying to figure out what white people use. Olive oil.
That Virgin Mary. What is it?
The Virgin Mary oil.
Extra virgin vinegar. I don't fucking know. But no, like
I think we just use nonstick pans.
Hey, I'm thinking about getting them. Oh shit!
It's like don't.
So I'm gonna get her them hexagon. You know the little hexagon pan shit.
I can't cook, so I have no idea.
Get her. I'm gonna get them. I ain't getting shit. I ain't getting nobody shit for Christmas. Nobody's getting nothing. But no, so I asked that because this Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. This past Saturday, I got to meet my hero. And it is documented on this pod, me saying this, okay? Carlos Miller, Vince Vaughn, fucking who else is like my fucking favorite? Maybe Dave Chappelle and Mike Epps, okay? Mike Epps is my all-time favorite comedian Why? Because I see so much of me in him. He's just happy, go lucky, smiling, fucking dancing all over the place. He just says stupid shit, but it's funny. You know what I mean? Like
we were watching that Steph Curry roast and like,
dude, what the fuck?
Nailed it.
Like, come on, yo,
nailed it.
Just fucking, you know what I mean?
But he's just like an 11-year-old kid.
He don't even care. Just throw the ball. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Steph
like,
Curry could shoot like this and it would still go in.
Man, like just the way that he imitates people and portrays people and just like the way he does his voices, you know what I mean? Like, I got to meet my fucking hero in comedy. I got to meet him. I got to talk to him. He embraced me. Like, what did it for me was he said a joke. And I said like a piggyback follow-up joke, but it was fucking fire.
Mm-hmm.
He repeated it. Everybody in levity starts laughing. And he's like busting up laughing. And when I went to go meet him, shout out to my boys. You know what? Hold up. Real quick though, man. Real quick though. So, Kyle, this is your episode.
Okay?
But you guys know me. My heart is so big that I got to spread love everywhere, all across the board. And I do have an honorary shout out for this pod. He has become a good friend. He has looked out. We have done shows together. We have, just spoken on the phone. He's given me some of the best advice in comedy, period. And today's honorary shout out of this episode has to be my guy, Stacey Taylor. You are appreciated. You are loved. You are always welcome back into my house. And damn it, I got you. I got you for the next time you come over here. We're going to get a pod done. You're already taken care of. Thank you. Okay? So, the highlight for me was when Stacey brought me back to the green room. We waited for everybody to leave. As soon as everybody left the venue, he said, all right, let's go. I'm going to take you to meet Mike. We walked back to the green room. Mike's standing right there, and it was like he was waiting for me. He goes, Stacey opens the door. He goes, hey, Mike, this is my homeboy I was telling you about, the comedian. He lives out here. This is the one I've been talking to. He's the one that's taking care of me while I'm here. You know how it goes to check in when you're in somebody else's backyard. You go, hey, this is where I'm at. Pull up. So he introduced me. Yeah, this is my boy Julius. They call him Realquicctho. This is Mike. He embraces me. The first thing he says to me is, you're the one who gave me that joke. And I was like, fuck. Like, that did it for me. You know what I mean? Like, and I was like, I tried not to act or feel nervous, but I was fucking nervous. You know what I'm saying? I've watched this dude since fucking next Friday.
Yeah, and he stole your joke. So, like, hell yeah, get geeked up.
Like, yeah, right? And like, it was funny because I bought my DVDs because I have physical copies of his specials. I bought them and his skits. So I bought them just in case I was gonna be able to meet him. And I said, look, I got some stuff I would like you to sign. You don't gotta sign all of them, but I need you to sign this one right here. It's a hard copy of All About the Benjamins. I'll never forget it. I went to the theater twice. I went 2 times twice to watch that movie. And he was like, I got you. He just, like, quick, like, real quick, though, like, da-da-da-da. And I was like, well, shit, if you're going to sign them like that, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to sign them that fast, you might as well sign all of them. He was just, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. He signed them all. And, like, throughout his set, we kept catching eye contact because I kept saying fire shit. And I always apologize to the comics. If I go to your show and I say some shit, I really don't mean it. I'm just in the moment. And granted, I do know how to make a set better. Every time I have said something during somebody's set, and I will toot my horn about this, every time I've said something during somebody's set, it has always made their joke that much better.
You've done that for me too.
And
you've done that for me recently. I think you did that to me last week.
I want to say so. Yeah. And it just, people are like, what the, oh shit, what did he say? That was fucking funny. And the best part is when you capitalize off of it.
Yeah.
Like, Like another shout out to my boy Big Citric, dude. He's like the first like celeb, like the first like big name celeb, like Hollywood celeb that I've had on here. I went to his show and he had a joke about 69. You know, he said, "Oh yeah, me and my lady like." Or like not his lady, but whenever I'm having sex with a girl, you know, and we try 69, you know, and this was at the Grape. Shout out to Mac Beats. He threw a show at the Grape. Hey, he had invited him. He said that joke. Yeah, you know, it's 69. I started dying laughing. I'm in front row laughing. I was like, damn, that shit probably looked like fucking 88. And then he fucking like he used it at levity, and it killed. And he was like, hey man. I remember that joke that you said, and I used it tonight. Is that all right? I was like, bro, that shit is yours.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, it's like little moments like that. It reinforces the fact that I know I'm doing the right thing.
Well, yeah,
You know what I mean?
and like giving a comedian a jumping off point, especially one that could actually like break the fourth wall and like get like the crowd involved.
Yeah.
Because one thing that I wish that I was better at is just making sure to like check in with people and see how I can get them involved, or like maybe even just like, you know, improv off of them, you know, without coming off as like the corny, you know, like
The
comedian. It's like,
rebuttaler.
hey, you know, make some noise if you guys are having a good time. Like that
Yeah.
kind of comedian. Like I'm trying, like I get so cemented in my bits that there's times where like, you know, any sort of interruption could like honestly like either throw me off. But with what you do, which is like with adding to it, just like strips away my nerves and also just opens up the rest of the audience for me.
Yeah.
Because also there's also a huge difference between what you do and like hecklers.
Big
And,
time.
you know,
Yeah.
and not only that, which may be just as bad, people that yell out suggestions at improv troops. Like, I know they asked for it, but they're never good. Like,
It's like Ted.
exactly. It's like, what do you say? Like, you know, hey, give us a location. 9/11.
Yeah. Oh my God.
No, not that guy. Not that guy. So, hey, we're giving you milk for what? Oh, God. We're giving you milk. Make lemonade. Don't ever do that. Don't ever make lemonade milk.
Wait, okay, so I like that you said that. How do you deal with hecklers?
I haven't got one yet. Not a real one. I love watching them on YouTube, and I have like a whole bunch of stuff in my back pocket just in case.
Yeah.
And like, I actually used to battle rap too. So like, as far as like taking sort of like any sort of like diss or like interjection for people from like the outside and being able to run with it, like that kind of seasoned me up for this stage. But as of now, like I haven't been in front of like a reckless crowd that would be worth my time, like actually stepping out and just like completely tearing somebody down.
Damn, that's not even at like Gigi's. That's surprising, bro.
The thing with Gigi's is like the Gigi's audience, from my understanding, and like I've had some good sets there. I've had some bad sets. One of them was because I got too lit and I literally forgot everything that I was going to say. But there was like the ones that I remember that didn't work. It's because the people at Gigi's aren't necessarily there to hear stand-up comedy.
1000%.
Like they're there because it's a dive bar with pool tables. They got country playing on like at all points. And the last time I was at Gigi's, I made this realization. I don't ever want to hear anybody talk about how hip hop in itself influences a drug culture when literally every song they were playing had something to do about alcohol.
1000%.
I'm like you throw like a silver buckle and do a square dance around like, oh, I'm going to have a beer at 4:00 in the afternoon. And that's not pushing the wrong agenda. No, fuck that. Like they're just two different vices. And like you guys are capitalizing on it in the same way that every other musical genre is.
I love liquor, yo.
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong
love
with liquor.
liquor.
I brought it with me.
Hey, man, hey, shout out to Kyle for bringing liquor, man. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate you for it, man.
But
seriously.
so I guess like coming back to Gigi's is like, if I go up there and I say something that gets absolutely no reaction because literally nobody's paying attention and there's nothing I can do about it, then like that's still a very lonely, empty, like longest 5 minutes of my life feeling, but that's not a heckler.
Right.
You know,
right.
the one time that actually, the last time I was at Gigi's, the heckler kind of worked because like
I love when that happens. I love when that happens.
like I went up there and like I had a birthday like the week before, and oh no, you know what it was? It was the day before my birthday, and I was about to say like, you know, hey, I'm my birthday's tomorrow, and I was very pissed off because I'm in my late 30s, so like birthdays suck. So I'm like, my birthday's tomorrow, and like, you know, people went like, yeah, woo, and I said like,
yeah.
I was like, no, don't clap, don't clap, just buy me alcohol.
Yeah, word.
A minute later, some dude just goes. I'm like, that for me? He's like, this is your birthday. I'm like, salute,
Thank
hell
you,
yeah,
bro. Yeah.
Like, I'm doing this at every show.
I think, yeah.
I'm like, so it's my birthday again.
Yeah. And
just buy me alcohol.
He gonna be so dream like, hey man, I had a dream that I was here last week and I buy you a birthday shot. Dreams really do come true, and I'm like,
so you sound like Cheech or Chong. I can't figure out which one that was. But I'm like, I'd be looking for weed from you, man. I don't know. It's like, yeah, man, I had a dream
I don't know,
about
man.
you,
I had a dream. I sold it to you. Well, I mean, that was a dream that I sold it because in real life, you know, I would have donated it.
That's
take
Chong.
donations.
That's what it is.
Donations.
If I were to do a Chong impression, it would just end up coming out like Sling Blade.
See, okay, so every time how do I describe my impressions? Because again, Stacey Taylor gave me the best fucking advice ever. Okay? And I knew it was really good advice because I had him here on my couch. This is after the Mike Epps show. We come back here. You know, I told you, if I know you have a show out here, you probably got a room or whatever, you know, you're probably already settled. But just know you have a friend out here. Come back to the house, come kick it. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Because of you, I got to meet my fucking hero. The least I can do is, you know, get you whatever you want. You know what I mean? Are
the
you
least
hungry?
I can do is just devote my life for you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so we're watching comedy. He was like, you know, I have a special out, right? I'm like, yeah, I know you have. I saw it. Come on, bro. Like, that shit's almost at 100,000 views. Go check it out. It's on YouTube. Stacey Taylor, all right? So we're talking comedy, of course, and he's giving me these pointers. I said, okay, look, hold on. I want you to give me pointers based off of what you see. So I show him 10 minutes because he asked, how much time you think you have? I said, honestly, like now, I got about 30, 45 minutes, and I can just have people continuously laughing. So I show him 10 minutes, and this is what makes me love him even more, because he really sat there and watched every second that was shown to him. And I watched him do me 10 times better than me. Because I'm telling jokes and he's hearing people laugh. He's watching people interact. He's seeing people in the crowd like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, dude, this motherfucker's funny. He took that and then he put the advice that he gave me. He showed me how and why it would work. And me and my girl are on the couch dying. And he was just more so like, when you're up there, you're you, but you're just not all the way you. The same way that we having a conversation is the same way you need to have a conversation up there. There could be 1,000 people out there. You only need to talk to 10 of them. You know? And it's just like you being with your homies. You guys are just shooting the shit. Just pretend it's like that. Loosen up, and I swear.
Yep.
And he's like, add to it, you know, just I know, like, because for me, I'm so worried about don't go over the time. Don't go over the time. Don't go over the time. I was with some big wigs, you know what I'm saying? And I did not want to fuck that up. I didn't want to fuck it up. You know, so I was doing my best to stay within the time. And if I would have did what he told me, you know, if I would have got the advice before I did like the levity show and I would have applied it there, it would have hey man, who knows? But pretty much for me, I just need to like let loose, relax, stop trying to like do comedy for other people and just do your comedy. You know, I try not to cuss a lot because somebody said if you cuss a lot, you're using it as a crutch. If you cuss a lot, you're cussing because it might not be that funny. This was his thing to me. He said, hey, you're doing clean comedy. I didn't even know I was doing clean comedy. He's like, fucking let loose and cuss. If it's funny when you're not cussing, it'll be that much more hilarious when you do cuss. And I was like, damn. Like, me and my girl just looked at each other like, some real shit. You know what I mean? Has anybody ever given you like a piece of advice like that and you applied it to where it worked, or we're not there yet?
No, nobody likes me the way that they like you.
People say that shit too much, man.
God damn it. Such a people person. Now, like, one thing that I just notice about myself is like I don't really rely on cursing as like a crutch per se. I'm just Irish and I'm and like I'm my father's son, so it's just how we fucking communicate.
Yeah.
But like it is one thing that I'm actually trying to like hold back on because, you know, like it could be looked at as a crutch. It could also, you know, ward off like a whole bunch of people that are willing to like put you up on stage because, you know, like some people at like open mics may think that, you know, like a cuss show and like a whole bunch of like shock comic type stuff would end up flying.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to get booked like everywhere, like for, I don't know, as a comedian for like, I don't know, like company yacht parties or whatever these eyes wide shut people do, like they wouldn't book you if they think that you're just like some curse show.
Right.
So that, like, it totally makes sense. And, you know, like, I wouldn't say like your comedy isn't like, is like completely like clean comedy.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
Because like Jim Gaffigan could cuss tomorrow and that would still be looked at as like clean comedy because he's talking about, you know, like taking his kids to Disneyland and like you're like more edgier than that. So I think really what it comes down to is like you just cuss a lot less than myself and like the rest of the people that will be doing open mic circuits. But the one thing that you did said that I'm totally going to like keep in my memory bank is the fact that, you know, you said like, you only got to talk to 10 of them.
Right.
And those are like absolute facts.
Yeah.
I mean, like you only see like a couple of people in the front row and those are people that you'd be engaging in.
Yeah.
Unless, you know, I haven't had that heckler yet, but of course I'm waiting for that heckler because I would love to just try and tear him like a new one. Cause that's a whole new level of comedy that I have yet to touch. That isn't an invitation. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I have something in the chamber that will destroy your life. That's all I'm saying.
See, that's something else I wanted to tell you too. So you said you used to battle rap.
Yeah,
that's all roasting is.
Well, it is and it isn't because, like, you know, with what mine was, it had some roasting aspects to it, but also at the same time, like, you had to keep it in like this confine of making sure that it rhymed or had like some sort of like hard hitting bar at the end of it.
Right.
So like with the roasting that like we were watching before we started the podcast where it was just so rapid fire.
Yeah.
And it's just 10 times funnier than anybody that like I'm a huge battle rap advocate, like to this day. Like I watched, what was it? A Ward and Real Sick at work today.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, it's fresh.
So you watch it?
Yeah. Okay, I didn't watch it.
But you watch battle rap.
It's there. Yeah, I love battle rap.
Hell yeah.
I love
Dude,
battle rap.
Salute.
Dude.
I love it.
I fucking love battle
like,
rap.
King of the Dot just started coming out with like all of their like
rest in peace, Pat Stay. Yo.
Absolutely.
What?
That is a funny motherfucker.
That dude is nuts.
And like, my God, that's any white boy with swagger. Like, or if you think that you have the slightest bit, emulate Pat Stay.
Word.
My God.
Tall beard and he'll go in a flannel.
And he was a stand-up comic. He just rhymed and just like,
get the fuck out of here.
He was totally like the way that like his whole vibe and aura was, he was totally a stand-up comic in a full contact sport. That's really all that it was. Like he was just going up against like Shotgun Suge. That's really all that it is. But like Anyway.
Fucking smoke shotgun shit.
Oh,
Let me stop.
Like we have been calling out,
Pocket
like
check me.
we've been calling out dudes that are like 3 times our size all night. Again, I love the taco song. I swear on my life,
Ralphie on.
the song is dope.
I'm clipping this. Ralphie on. I told you, my G. Hey, he will look. He will be on the podcast soon. I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna send it to him. Ralphie on. I'm telling you, dog. You got one. This is solidified. Look,
I heard that like
Kyle,
he will be on this podcast soon.
like
Yeah.
Look, this is unbiased, Joe. I can't make this up. This is why
The song's fire. I swear to God.
Look, he's never fucking heard of you since I brought. And this is no disrespect, okay? We got an Irishman here. He's never fucking heard of Ralphie on the.
I don't know shit about tacos.
You know what I mean?
Like you put a taco in front of me, I know if it's good or not. I don't know like the intricacies of the taco.
Oh yeah, we got time, yo.
Yeah, we got.
Oh shit, I gotta ask because my lady said you didn't ask him this. Do you have a time limit?
At this point, probably not.
All right, cool.
I do have to use the restroom though.
Oh yeah, okay. So on that note, we're gonna take a quick break. And we back. Well, at least I'm back. I had to come back real quick though because I really want y'all to hear this song. Just vibe out with me for a little bit. Whoa. What? What?
Black in Spanish, my mama cita. My baby making tacos. Last week, sometime that she made fajitas. Hot live boy when she brought her tortillas. Chicken, steak, ground beef, or bodilla. My baby making tacos.
Hey, if y'all want them on the pod, shoot, hit him up. Make sure y'all tag him. Ralphie on 100.
I say my baby making tacos.
Make tacos. Yeah, I'm about to run it back from the beginning just so we can. This is the song. This is the song of the pod tonight. Y'all.
You know my baby making tacos.
Like I said before, I got the pleasure to perform with this man at LA Cali Fest. Shout out to my boy Sav Dangerous for even putting me on. He put me on. He got me connected. You know what I'm saying? And I got to show you all of the ways I need you. Yeah. Back in Spanish, my mama cita. My baby making tacos. Last week, sometime, man, she made fajitas. Hot live boy when she brought her tortillas. Chicken, steak, ground beef, or bodilla. My baby making tacos. Hit it,
My girl
Ralphie.
making tacos, so I'm headed to the crib, Mo. I'ma get at you tomorrow, bro. Honey making dinner. I swear to God, I think I got a winner. I'ma eat, play some Call of Duty, watch sports.
LA, y'all got one with this one, yo.
Lillard had a triple D. Wizards came back to win the game. Double OT.
Leave it in the comments.
Low key. Breaking down the
y'all
OG.
hear
Eat, make love.
on the remix?
Yeah, you know me. Onion, cilantro, salsa, bussin'. Baby made them up so cold, don't wanna touch them. Hit the J on the freeway, I'm about to crush them. She like tacos like I do, so we function. Baby presentation is better than El Unico.
What?
Her chicken tacos be bomb. And yes, I punish those. Well, if you want
Hey,
something,
she
mama,
sound like
you
she
better
got them
text it, 'cause
tacos
the
when you
brother
go to the
child
taco
done for the
spot.
night once I hit the exit.
And they got the fucking bars on the window, and they don't let you sit in there because they've been robbed too many times.
Black in Spanish, my mama cita. My baby making
tacos. Oh, he's back, y'all. He's back.
Hot live boy when she brought her tortillas. Chicken, steak, ground beef, and bodilla.
My baby making tacos.
I'm in
Yeah.
Hollywood like a mug at this all-you-can-eat taco spot, this local pub. I
Don't
think it's
forget, if
$12.95.
y'all want the name of that song, if I remember, I'm gonna put the link in the description. I know I say that shit a lot, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
There's something
I
about
be
a
forgetting.
good taco spot though. I mean, like to be said, like that whole like hip hop taco ballad. Like there's like a whole bunch of facts behind that too. I love it. Like there was this one taco truck by Dodger Stadium that like my boy that I saluted, his name's Ski, like basically like my older brother that I never had, rest in peace. He showed me that spot and he gave me my first California burrito, and it was like the best thing in the world. And we would go back there. We would go out of our way, even though we had no intention on going anywhere near Dodger Stadium, to get California burritos and tacos from that one spot. I wish I knew how to shout them out, but I don't know like the coordinates. It's like on Sunset.
Man, y'all know where it's at, man. I think, look, I got almost 500 subscribers. Y'all know what he's talking about.
It was by a car wash on Sunset near Dodger Stadium, and they just have like fire California burritos.
That means there's a bunch of avocate on there, putos. Damn, I had a fire ass question. Damn, see, I hate this shit. But this is something
I had to pee real bad.
No, hey, look.
Like look at the damage we did already.
Hey, you know. And you're Irish, so you drink. Me, I have developed this talent to drink. All right. Hey, shout out to Drink Champs. You know what I'm saying? Whenever y'all ready to have me, I'm ready to be there.
Yeah. God put whiskey in my blood, not seasoning. That's
yeah,
really all it
word.
is.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a bourbon whiskey guy. You know, but
Like
bourbon, you gotta respect the bourbon. You can't just drink a bottle of bourbon. You cannot. I tried it twice. It didn't go well.
Nah.
A bottle of this, a bottle of Henny, a bottle of Fireball. I can do that shit and run 9 games of basketball, no problem. But the bourbon, respect the bourbon. My favorite bourbon is Woodford Reserve. Okay, relax. Okay. I liked it before they came out with this stupid ass commercial. There's
a stupid ass commercial.
Okay, it wasn't a stupid ass commercial, but it's a commercial. And when things go commercial, I tend to shy away from it because they did it with Hennessy, right? Hennessy don't taste the same to me. Like I could literally chug a bottle of Hennessy and be cool. Before Hennessy was cracking, you can't do that. And then I noticed it also happened with Casamigos, right? I know some people, they just take a bottle of Casamigos, gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can do that now, but before it was cracking, they couldn't do it. I feel like once shit goes commercial, shit gets watered down. You know, I don't know. It's just a theory.
No, it's like these are facts. I mean, like everything that I'm hearing from you is just everything that E40 talked about and tell me when to go. Like all that other shit is sugar coated and watered down.
You should. Hey, good with a spoon. I need some of that ice cream, man. I need some of that. Fuck, man. Okay, so
wait, so are you from the Bay Area? Like I keep seeing like Niner stuff around the.
Okay, so this is the thing, right? Packer Nation. I'm lactose intolerant, but I'm the biggest cheesehead you'll ever meet. Okay, this is a whole nother clip. All right,
I got something for you, but all right, go ahead.
Okay, so the reason I'm a Packer fan because growing up, my heroes, right? It was the Beast from X-Men. He was blue. He didn't count. Wolverine, you know what I mean? He was black and yellow. That's like Steeler colors. He doesn't count. The Hulk, Ninja Turtles. They were green. Okay? As a little kid, you color coordinate shit to shit that you like. For some reason, as a little kid, every time football was on, it was the green team. I'm going for the green team because the Hulk is green, because the Ninja Turtles are green. Once I got older, learned the sport, understood the sport, the team that you like are the Green Bay Packers. Fuck it. The rest is history.
That's dope.
You know? I forgot I was going again.
But so like my dad's a diehard Niner fan, and he raised me to be a Niner fan.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. Go ahead.
I was for a while until I became like an angsty teenager, and I went across the bay, and I was like, I'm a Raider fan now.
Yeah.
It's like, that'll show you, Dad.
Yeah.
But as far as like Green Bay goes, like I'm a fan of theirs because when they won the Super Bowl, I was actually on a Super Bowl commercial that year.
What?
I had no idea it was coming. It was a CarMax commercial. We went back over to the Bay just to watch the Super Bowl for the sake of watching the Super Bowl because we weren't in it. But we had everybody just sitting in the living room, and I think it was either the second or third quarter. All of a sudden, like this gas station pops up on the screen, and I'm like, I know that fucking gas station. And then all of a sudden, here, like I'm dressed up like a 1940s like milkman looking, you know, gas station attendant, just like trotting out.
Yeah.
And everybody in the room, like there was like a good like 20, 30 people of like friends and family just going like, they're just doing that. And then finally at the end of the commercial, I stand up and I said, those motherfuckers, because I was non-union. And had I been union and knew that it was like a Super Bowl commercial, nobody would see me. The residuals from that shit would have been crazy.
Yeah, that was my next thing.
I got $1,000 for a day's work, which isn't bad, but it's not Super Bowl commercial money.
That is
I was
nuts,
that
yo.
close. And I got hit up like so much throughout the rest of that day. And like, they're just going, was that you? I'm like, yeah, that was.
Yeah, that was
and
me.
then Green Bay won that. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm a Packers fan now too, I guess.
Wow,
It's totally
that's
mine.
Crazy. So this is where all the Niners shit comes from.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and we argue about this all. It's not even an argument. It's just them trying to, it's just them trying to fight back. Me and my daughter are the only Packer fans in here.
Mhm.
Everybody else are Niner fans. So before she met me, before the kids met me, they didn't know how to be football fans. When we finally made the decision for me to move here, because I was trying to get them to move over there, but I have kids. I don't want them growing up this hood life. Blah. Typical shit.
Wait. Where's there?
Santa Ana. I'm
Ana.
born
Oh,
and
okay.
raised in Santa Ana. Y'all, hey, 714 till I'm in the flow. Hey, yak Wiz. So before I moved in, right, they didn't know how to be football fans. They didn't know how to be football fans. So they see me, I come in, shoes, pants, all type of jerseys, all type of hats, fucking tattoo, you know what I'm saying? Beanies, lanyards, phone cases, fucking coolers, cups, Packer everything. I got Packer license plate thing on the car, Packer stickers on the car. You know what I'm saying? I'm Packered the fuck down. I didn't know they made all that stuff. Months later, all of a sudden, they want hats. You know what I'm saying? They want socks. They want beanies. They want shoes. They want this. They want that. They will never give me my credit because it doesn't really matter because we kicked you guys out of the Super Bowl for 19 years in a row. So what? You guys didn't know. You guys fucking started using the Google machine when you ran into a real football fan. You know what I'm saying? I taught them how to be 49er fans. So, yeah, they like the team, but I think liking something and being a fan is two different things.
Like they missed the dynasty. That's what it was. I technically missed the dynasty. I mean,
I can ask them right now, how many Super Bowl? I know how many they got.
Yeah.
I know how many Super Bowls the Niners got. But I can ask them. They ain't gonna know.
Well, like the thing is, like as far as the Niners goes, like I know all of their history just because of my dad. Like I said, he's died hard to the death. Like he's the biggest Niner fan that I know personally. Like I saw one of the times they won the Super Bowl, at least like to my memory.
Yeah,
I was
same.
like I was alive in there. Like the only I know the greatness of Steve Young and Jerry Rice.
Word.
I watched or I know the greatness of Joe Montana and Jerry Rice.
Beast.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing that killed me so much was watching Tom Brady become better than Joe Montana.
See I can respect that. Yeah. Me, I'll never say that shit in my life.
I hate it. I hate
that is very admirable.
I hate him. Tom Brady, there's like this visceral, it's that tuck rule. That's the big thing. Like I said, like when I was really, really, really into football, I'm not so much anymore. Like I don't know what kind of took me out of it. Like I watch more college football than pros at this point. But when I was really like, nails into football, I was a Raiders fan. Because I don't know if it was the friends that I was with in high school or whatever it was. There was just something in me that just like drew me into like the Raider Nation. So when the refs seemed to just make up a rule on the spot
for Tom Brady,
yeah. When Charles Woodson just comes up and cleanly knocks the ball out of his hand to that day. And this, all right, and here, I'll finish up this thought before I go on to the next one because this just shows how like visceral this hatred is for this man. And I respect his talent. He's clearly the GOAT. I hate him. Like, so like had they would have called it correctly, it would have been a fumble. The Raiders would have gone on and won the Super Bowl because they played against a Rams team, I think it was, that we would have clearly walked over in my opinion. But of course, this is back in 2001. I've had a bit to drink since then. And like, I could be wrong, but in my mind, the Raiders could have beat them. Last year, I'm scrolling through TikTok, and some dude pops up and says that Tom Brady wants to try his thought at stand-up comedy. And the same time,
I remember that.
And at the same time, they're coming out with a documentary. I think it was about the Tuck Rule, where Charles Woodson and Tom Brady are looking eye to eye, and Tom Brady says straight up, it was a fumble.
Wow. See? That's the mob. Do we dare get into conspiracy theories?
There's not a conspiracy theory. He just knew it. He didn't say shit. I didn't expect him to, especially not in the moment. But I'm just going like, dude, like the whole time. The whole
fucking man, look.
I'm like, I felt like I was taking crazy pills. I'm like, my God, Ben.
Look, Cheesehead Nate. Look, I don't even really want to say this out loud because these kids don't really go to sleep, and they're gonna use it against me. But I mean, we have the most championships. Do we have the most Super Bowls? No.
There's a technicality. I was going like, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, we have the most championships,
Yeah.
but we don't have the most Super Bowls. And little do these 49er fans know, they're probably going to Google it if they're up listening. Packers have 4, and the Niners have... I ain't saying it out loud. You know what I mean? And
I mean, the trophy's named after you guys.
You know, that's what I be trying to.
That's got to count for something. I mean, what was it? It's like the Steelers that have the most? I know Tom Brady, of all people, have more than any other team.
He's got like 7, 6,
yeah,
7. He's got some.
That's another reason why I can't stand him. Like everybody's going like, oh, well, it's all because, you had Bill Belichick as a coach. So like, I'm just going to go to like the very bottom of the map and give them a Super Bowl because fuck it. Just fuck it.
Hey, I feel like times are changing, especially in basketball. Like all the
That's
teams,
my sport.
Yeah,
That's
love basketball. But like honestly, who the fuck knew Golden State Warriors was a team?
I didn't. I lived there. I lived there.
You know what I mean?
Like this is the climate that I grew up with the Warriors before I moved down to LA. You would be driving, listening to Wild 94.9, and they would be showing an advertisement for it. They say, "Come see Yao Ming and Steve Francis of the Houston Rockets take on the Golden State Warriors."
Wait, the who?
Exactly. They would sweep them so far under the rug. I became the biggest Paul Pierce fan because I kept seeing the Celtics beat the fuck out of Golden State. I'm like, I found my love and respect for Paul Pierce watching him beat the hell out of the home team.
Okay, so go ahead.
So like to watch them be what they are today, I didn't live through that. I'll say it right now. When the Warriors were in we're going to promote every other team in the planet but us phase, I wasn't a fan.
Yeah,
you can't really cheer for that. But the big thing that made me a Warriors fan is that my mom finally found a sport that she wanted to watch, and it just so happened to be basketball. My mom is the biggest Warriors fan, and nobody ever saw that coming from her. And so now all of a sudden it's a brand new conversation piece. My entire family is obsessed with this Warriors dynasty. And, Steph Curry just makes it so easy to be a fan regardless.
Man.
But, dude.
Hey, team fucking light skin. I don't think I've ever rooted for team light skin. Like, that dude he's the guy, yo.
He's the
guy.
He's the GOAT as far as like shooting goes. There's nobody.
He's the guy, yo. Like, you can't. He's likable.
Mm-hmm.
He's outside, and when I say that, he's doing podcasts. He's making appearances. He's showing up and he's having a good time doing it. Like that dude, just watching him it's just like how Mike Epps did it. He just be throwing the ball up and it just goes in. Like, he's just a big old kid out there throwing the ball and shit. Like, it's
like, that's the funny thing about Curry is like, because Mike Epps is 100% accurate when he says that shit. But then you talk to anybody that's playing in the league with him and they're like, oh no, he's a killer.
Yeah.
He's a stone cold killer. And he will he's not like Larry Bird, Michael Jordan type of talking trash, but they all say like he talks way more trash than you would expect him to. And that's the one thing that's so funny about it. Like, he's just got like this entire mask to like the rest of the public.
Yeah.
But if you're in the trenches with him,
and he's fucking light skinned.
he's fucking light skinned.
Dude, if he looked like Jordan or Kobe, we'd expect it from him. But he's light skinned, so it's like, man, and this coming from a whole black man. Like, this motherfucker ain't doing shit. That little dude right here with the back, he ain't doing shit. He ain't even brush his damn hair. He ain't doing shit.
Gordon Hayward's pretty good too.
Shit, you know what I mean? It's like, then he has 67 points, all threes.
Yep. He got 22,000 today. 22,000. And he's not anywhere near done.
That's okay. See, that was the other thing too. That was the other thing. Everybody's, they're talking about LeBron's doing this and doing that. And people are looking at Curry like, oh, well, Curry, he's already reached the milestone in a fraction of the time that LeBron got there. So it's only a matter of time before Curry gets there. It's like, fuck, yo.
Like simple math would tell you that. I mean, like, LeBron is getting all those points with, like, the majority of them are twos. Curry's doing it, the majority of them with threes. Mm-hmm. And granted, like, people, the one thing that's like mind blowing to me is like, especially with like the Curry haters, they're just going like, oh, well, like he's like afraid to like drive the paint. I'm like, no shit. He's like 4'5". He's that height in like this entire game that's like, surrounded by like these gargantuan type of people. And first of all, side note, he could still drive the lane.
Yeah, he can.
He still does all that sort of stuff, but he found a way to make it work for him. It just so happens to be that he could make a 3-pointer the same way that he can make a full court shot.
Easy.
Like, he's just a freak of nature in that sense. So it's like, with me, it's just kind of like, when people keep saying like he changed the game for the worse, I mean, I think that that's kind of like one of those things where it's like, you kind of
say that.
Well, like, you just be mindful of your kids, like if they think that they're Steph Curry and they're not, you just smack them in the back of the head and say, drive the lane.
Yeah.
Like, no, not everybody's going to do this 50, 60% of the time. So you got to figure out your own way of doing it. But like, and one of my favorite quotes that he ever said was, he looked like, I can't remember what podcast he was on. He looked dead in the camera and he said, I didn't tell you to take that shot. It's like, just because I did it doesn't mean that you should.
So I would just show like, okay, so my all-time favorite player, period, is Allen Iverson.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just show like a little rascal of mine. Oh, I know you want to be able to shoot. Bitch, you can't shoot, okay? Crossover, fake left, go right, finish right. Look at Iverson.
Yeah.
He did it again and again and again, and he changed basketball off of a crossover.
Yeah.
Okay? Your Curry today was my Iverson yesterday. And I don't even like saying that because it doesn't even fucking sound right.
They're two completely different styles of play, but I see it. Like, especially if you're talking about if you're talking about a kid like with that height.
Yeah.
Honestly, unless they make a 4-point shot, which they keep threatening to do, and I don't want that to happen.
They better not.
Hell no. Hell no. Please don't. Please don't. You guys already put a pitch clock in baseball. Don't do that to me. Like,
whoa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How long is this pitch clock?
Like a season, like this whole last season. It's like relatively new, but if you watch baseball, you'd have realized it, and it's okay. It's okay, but a 4-point shot, no.
Yeah,
but
I'm
like
good. The math is already broken. Stephen Curry already broke the math.
Mm-hmm. 22,000.
Damian Lillard already broke it. Who else can fucking shoot? Klay Thompson, they already broke it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know it's going up. Like the kids call it today, ice in my veins. I'm pulling up from the logo.
That was D'Angelo Russell too. Like, whatever happened to him? Is he still doing anything?
Hey, you know what? I haven't heard much about him, but when it comes to John Morant is like the D Rose of today.
Oh my God, yes.
And D Rose for me is right behind Allen Iverson because they play like me. Like, I'm gonna do you nasty, and then I'm gonna go 100 miles an hour to the rim, and before the fucking ball hits the bottom of the net, I'm already playing defense.
Well, like, the best part about like those particular players is like it goes back to, like, in my opinion, who is the unspeakable GOAT, and it's so cliche and it shows how much of a GOAT he is. It's Michael Jordan. Like, the dude does what he does the way that you just kind of describe it. Like, you cross over, you slam it on him, you go back and you're already on defense for it. But in that tiny little segment in between, he's rubbing your nose in it a little bit.
Yeah.
Or he's like doing like some sort of like little dance behind it. That
like
seems a little bit more like John Morant.
You know,
but like there's like you kind of have to dig it in there a little bit because there's like that mental aspect to it. And I think that like that's that tiny little aspect of basketball that I love that like you can't really do in other sports, whether it's because it gets shut down by like the refs with like, I don't know, like end zone celebrations or like bat flips or whatever. But it's also like, you know, with as fast pace as those scoring things happen, you only have those tiny little fragments in order to do it. And like you just see those tiny little things that inevitably build up like within the course of 48 minutes. And those tiny little moments could honestly make or break a weak-minded basketball player. And it's cool to watch. And it's another reason why I think that celebration should be encouraged in sports. Like, it makes the shit entertaining.
Big time.
Like, I can't stand when people like are watching football, which is a sport that they supposedly enjoy. And all of a sudden some dude scores a touchdown pass on the grandest stage of them all, whether it's like the Super Bowl or just playing an NFL game in general.
Yeah.
The biggest stage
like,
ever.
Rivalry game. Yeah.
And like they throw out like a little, like a spike or a little moonwalk, something that isn't even premeditated. And they're like, oh, just like reels back and forth about 90s hip hop. And the very second that we found out that they like figured out who shot Tupac, reel after reel after reel after reel after reel, all of my Instagram. So yeah, I've heard all of that. And I can't remember the dude's name.
Hey, call it black blasphemy if you want. And I say black blasphemy because every culture has blasphemy in it. You're Irish, right? So it's like
white people have a lot of blasphemous shit.
Conor McGregor.
We've done some
Irish,
things.
Right? Conor McGregor's Irish.
Yeah,
that's like saying, okay, Irish blasphemy would be saying Conor McGregor cannot fight.
Well, like Conor McGregor socked an old dude in the mouth because he wouldn't drink his whiskey.
What? No, fuck.
Yeah,
P. Diddy shit. P. Diddy slapped Drake for not buying Ciroc.
Yeah,
or was it J. Cole? I don't know who.
But Drake is like nowhere near 75 years old. That's the difference. And Diddy is not an MMA fighter.
Got it.
That's where the line is to me. I'm like, we got plenty of, like, we have Larry Bird. We don't need Conor McGregor. No, you don't punch old people. Like you don't punch old people.
Okay, so, that's the other thing I wanted to tell you. I love basketball so much that I have 4 squads, okay?
Yeah.
The Bulls, the Mavs, the Celtics, and the Clippers. I know. If you would like to come test these hands. Come on. I'll invite you to your own ass whooping. But I love basketball so much that those are my teams, and those are like the biggest. I have rivalries. I like the rivalry teams.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't like the Clippers and like the Celtics. That's like liking the Lakers and liking the Celtics. You know what I mean? It's LA versus Boston. And that is the most legendary rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it is what it is. Sorry, guys. But I'm a Clipper fan. I'm a big fan of the underdog because I was an underdog. I'm not an underdog no more. I'm fucking winning. And since I'm winning, that means Clippers might win one. Clippers might win one, you know?
Not with what like Harden's doing, apparently. Like, well,
they're not winning one tomorrow. They're not winning one tomorrow.
Like, if you look at like the Warriors record right now, I would throw up in my jack. I would not. I wouldn't appreciate that either. But my squads are Golden State Warriors, The Last Dance, Chicago Bulls, and then outside of that, I watch individual players because like my squad is the Warriors, but if I got like nothing to do and I have my NBA package, like I'll see what the best matchup is, and I would love to watch Ja Morant go up against Damian Lillard.
Okay, I'm down for that. I am down for that.
So like, but as far as like following different teams, the only one that I follow is the Warriors.
And that's understandable because at least, okay, in my opinion, right? In my opinion, I love my teams. I love my teams to death. I have everybody's jersey, but Warriors are the most entertaining team. Warriors is a fucking all-star team every year. Like, this is the first time that I've ever said this out loud. Okay? I love Kobe Bryant. I love Kobe Bryant. Am I a Laker fan? Fuck no. But I love Kobe. And I love Kobe because that dude loves basketball as much as I do.
Mm-hmm.
And he's laser focused. And he has Jordan traits in him. He loved the game so much that he put his ego to the side and he was willing to learn and ask questions from the greatest before him. And thankfully, Jordan loved the game so much that he was willing and able to even like, all right, I ain't going to tell everybody else, but I'm going to tell you this because I see it in you. This is the proper way to play defense. This is the proper way to shoot the ball. I'll show you how to do the fake to the spin to the fadeaway. You get me? And
I would say that shows his love for Kobe as an individual as opposed to just loving the game.
Okay, boom.
Because
I like
Jordan basically hated everybody.
He fucking was socking his feet. Sorry, Phil.
Like, with the exception of like his coaches and like maybe Pippen for like a little bit, which by the
Pippen's
way,
underrated.
I can't stand what Pippen became, man.
Oh, because he has all that hate. He has all that hatred. He knows he didn't get his credit.
Yeah.
But you're supposed. Okay, this is. I love Pippen, but this is what he lacked. He lacked integrity. It's okay to know what you've done and keep it quiet. But he wanted the world to know what he done. No, and I'm a firm believer in it. As long as you know what you did, shut the fuck up. The rest of the world's opinion don't matter. But
the big thing is like, in my opinion, he had every opportunity to go off and prove himself individually, where he could say like, I didn't need literally the greatest player to ever pick up a basketball to win championships, and
Shaq did it.
I mean, well, like Shaq is like,
Shaq
a different fucking beast. Like that's the humongous freak. And you know what? Like, my best friend Chelsea met him like a month and a half ago, and I'm still mad about it because you're not even a basketball fan.
No way.
You just like him as a person.
Yeah, we gotta fight.
Yeah, but Shaq is just like this, like a national treasure. So like anybody that ever meets Shaq and just doesn't like him, you're dead to me.
Yeah, he's
like
on my Mount Rushmore ballers.
Oh, absolutely. Like, how could he not be? I mean, like, you'll look at like Bill Russell and do everything that like and talk about everything that he's done, and that's not discrediting anything. And they clearly share the same position. But if we're talking about just like a once in a generation, just like he was a fucking mountain.
How many backboards he bring down?
My God.
No. We don't know.
That was his logo.
He's brought down
Like
fucking.
Shaq, like Jordan had that weird thing. Shaq's logo was ripping down backboards.
Yeah, it was nuts, yo. Like, I love Shaq, and let me see the latest controversy.
He's
with Shaq
like outside
was
of
the
Damian
Home Depot
Lillard, he's the
girl.
best like basketball player to rap too.
Oh, okay, boom. I'm glad you said that. Hey, because so Iman Shumpert. Wait, is it Iman? I think it's Iman Shumpert.
He is the funniest dude I've ever seen come out of basketball. Like, if we want to talk about storytellers, that is the funniest dude, like, ever, like, coming out of basketball.
Okay, so look, all right. I'm gonna take us off the rails just a little bit. So this is the first podcast. This is the first podcast that you ever been on. Fuck you guys. Okay, 2 hours and 17 minutes. Ooh, his voice crack. Fuck you. Okay.
Has it been that long?
No, it probably hasn't.
No, it says an hour 50.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. This is the first time where time's going by slow. Whatever.
Cool.
I'm just gonna fall asleep in class anyways. Just kidding.
Just like roll out the video. It's like, hey, guess what, kids? We're watching a movie.
Oh shit.
Put on Space
Look,
Jam.
See?
Teach them something.
You little whippersnappers today will never understand that feeling.
They got
okay?
that bullshit Space Jam legacy.
Hey man, look, okay. I like
He
it.
did
And
okay.
We going off the rails, but this is what this podcast is all about. But I liked it because I have fake ADHD. You know what I mean? And I like colors and I like shit changing and I like all that shit, all right? There was a little too much going on in the second Space Jam. Okay? Number one, I thought it was going to be Blake Griffin. I thought it was going to be Clipper Nation Lob City. That didn't happen.
That was going to be Steph.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that one.
They were looking at Steph because, babyface assassin. It's that light skin movement.
Damn, I didn't hear that.
Mhm.
They kept it dark skinned, motherfuckers. You see that? Yeah.
But you were thinking Blake Griffin? That's even lighter than Steph.
Yeah, because they said, yeah, he's not light skinned. He's white.
He's more me. He's a ginger.
He over here jumping over Kia Optimas.
Yeah.
It should have been mine. Now, you know what? Because my lady, she got one. Me, I'm in that Charger. You know what I'm saying? I'm in that Hemi. I'm in that American muscle. But, we had to get conservative. Get the, it's a high, is it a hybrid? It's either a hybrid or a flex fuel. It's a Kia Sport. Because, I still need to go fast. And I still need to stunt. Does she have a sunroof? She might not have a sunroof, but I got a sunroof. Anyways, we're going off the rails. What the fuck was I going to say? This happens a lot on this pod.
Shit. It was Space Jam. It was Lob City. I think we were trying to get you out of going to class tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that too. I'll just call out you sick hours. We're good. But no, I did have a dope question for you. I had a dope question for you.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it really is. Fuck, man. I hate when this shit happens. But this is what makes the show. Because I want to bring it back to comedy. Netflix special, right? You've been in comedy for a year now. When it comes to taking advice, because I know me, if you're not funnier than me, or if you haven't accomplished more than me, I don't want your advice. When it comes to taking advice, what is your stance on that?
I will take all advice. I will accept whatever I feel will help me.
No matter who it's from.
Yeah. Well, if it's respect from my peers, obviously I'm going to be like, hell yeah, I'm all about that. Like, the last set that I did over at Copa, Bork came up to me and he said, I've seen you grown so much. Like, confidence wise on stage as a
I can
comic.
respect that.
And, you know, like coming from dude, I'm like, dude, yes, thank you so much.
Because he's been around.
Yeah,
For sure. Yeah.
absolutely. And, you know, he basically runs the place. Like we were talking about it like that night. We're going like, how did Bork end up just running Copa?
That's what the fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because before Copa, it was
somebody else.
Shout out to Kiana. I don't know your last name, but you got sprung and you're in fucking Miami now. I ain't mad at you, but you know. Shout out to Kiana. She was supposed to, man. Hey, tag Kiana and tell her she still owes me an episode here. Shoot, fucked around and fell in love with a tattooed face rock and roller who eats pineapples.
So Florida.
Yeah, she's in Florida now, man. But no, my bad. I mean, go ahead.
Oh no, like that was it. I mean, like, you know, advice amongst my peers, you know, especially, you know, like constructive as opposed to like something that could put a bug in my ear that make me second guess, you know, like I'm obviously going to accept that. You know, and as far as like somebody that is like progressed farther than me in the business aspect of it, whether I find them funny or not, I'm totally going to accept it because they're like, even if I don't find them funny and, you know, like my word ain't God by any means,
True.
we all have my own opinion. Like we all have our own opinion, you know, like you've clearly done something that got you to where I want to be.
Word.
So I'm going to take it. You know, like I don't think I'm in a position, at least as far as like comedy goes, to start looking at somebody as like below me to begin with. You know what I mean?
Good. Okay.
So
I'm glad
it's
you said that.
so like I don't think that it would ever be like an aspect of like, well, you're not as funny as I am, so I'm not going to listen to what you have to say. And you know, hopefully I never get to that. Well, I want to get the success for it, but hopefully I'll never get to that mentality where I think that I won't accept that. But you know, people are flawed human beings, and I have an ego.
Yes.
I'm a fucking Scorpio. I'm doomed. It's gonna happen.
So okay, so I love that you said that because honestly speaking, and this is just me knowing where I started, knowing how far I've came, and knowing my ability. All right. I love that you said what you said because it's the complete opposite of me.
No, I get
you
that.
know,
I
it makes
get
me
that.
appreciate it. Like, if I know that I am funnier than you, if I know that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I know I can get up and do the same crowd that you've done and tear them apart and you get nothing, I'm not listening to you, yo. Don't fucking tell me how to make this crowd laugh and you got shit from them. But, granted, as a fan and as a consumer, I know what I want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the same thing that I told my hero. Because he said, you're the one who gave me that joke. And I said, hey, I know what I would have said. And I know what I would have wanted to hear. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I've been drinking. I might sound contradictory.
There is one comic that I will not listen to. And it is the comic, especially in like the open mic atmosphere that we're in right now.
Right.
That is going out and just venting his frustrations and not even structuring it as a joke, and then turns around and looks at comics like you and I that get laughs and somehow look at us like we're not, you know, doing something for like the art or the craft of comedy, you know, like the kind of dude that isn't even really structuring jokes, just kind of going up there and just like bitching about how crappy the world is right now and expecting audiences to relate to that and then applaud it.
It don't
like there are some comedians that can get away with that. Bill Burr is one of them. And like, you know, like a Lewis Black, those kind of dudes that have like an established following, right, that people come to see your shows to hear your opinions on that.
Right.
You know, so like when you buy a ticket to see them, you know what you're about to get. if you're showing up to an open mic, just airing out your grievances with absolutely no structure of how to make it a joke, and just go like, well, you know, nobody's laughing because it's just like over their heads or whatever it is. I'm like, no, that's the person that I'm like, you know what? No, I'm keeping you at an arm's length, because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, like, comedians can speak to power. Comedians can, like, you know, bring up a conversation that could potentially like reconstruct society or establish some sort of social change. Sure, if we want to start blowing smoke up our asses with this craft, we could totally say that. But at this point in our career, you have 5 minutes to make people laugh. And I can guarantee that the majority of them don't want to hear about your problems.
See?
If you can find some, like, there's a whole bunch of things that annoy me. And I make a lot of jokes about like random pet peeves or whatever it is. But I've definitely noticed that whenever I try and go down this weird tangent about some social issues that I really just have an opinion on, don't necessarily have the most like strong knowledge about it, and I'm just kind of looking to the audience, I'm like, you feel me, right?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Like
that you're reaching. That's
like,
what we call it in my culture.
There we go.
Reaching.
Like, you know, like you're. It just sets you up for failure more than anything.
Right.
Because nobody came to hear that. Yeah. Like the stand-up, like it's like the stand-up comics that came here for the open mic are here to, you know, get their shit out, you know, network, make some friends with fellow comedians. And God bless the people that aren't comedians that show up to open mics.
I know,
like
all three of y'all,
like that literally are just there,
yeah,
to support live comedy. Guarantee they do not want to hear your thoughts about that kind of deep sort of grievances, especially if there's not a joke behind it.
Word, like, okay, haha, yeah, you're going through this, but where is the punchline?
Yeah, it's like one of like the biggest buzzkills ever. I mean, like, I know very little about politics, and
likewise, same.
Like,
yep.
And for some reason, it sneaks into my bits every once in a while because I find something and just kind of run with it because it's just been on the forefront of my head. But I have friends that confuse that with me thinking that that's what I want to talk about. But like, I really don't. I mean, like, there's like, if I go up on stage and I have like 30 seconds to a minute bit about something that I found funny or humorous in political news, that doesn't mean I'm taking a stance on anything. And then I go off and I hang out with them and I like crack open a bottle and all they want to do is just talk about how fucked up the world is. I'm going like, man, I will listen to you for like 2 minutes. Then I'm going to have to cut you off. Like, you're going to tell a stand-up comic that you got 5 minutes to do the same thing? I'm going to, like, I will drone you out.
See? And this is why I ask the fucking cookie cutter questions, yo. Because I always get different answers. And to me, shoot, hey, I'll say it. I'm never afraid to admit it. I already feel like you're smarter than me. Serious.
I don't know how the fuck you got that.
Shoot, my brain is different. And that's just because, like, people that know me know I love to talk. I love to talk. I can talk all day. I can talk all night. But even more importantly than that, you got to know when to shut the fuck up and listen.
That's the big thing.
That is what I have a passion for. I love to talk, but I have a passion for listening.
Like, I will not say her name, but
Chelsea. Just kidding. Von Quisha.
You know this is not you, Chelsea.
I'm done.
Like, there is a person that I know that you can't get a sentence or two in without them grabbing onto it and just like having any sort of tangent in it, and it just bugs the crap out of me.
I can't do
like,
it, yo. That's not a conversation.
Yeah, exactly. So like, just say something, just anything.
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah, because like when I had mashed potatoes a couple of times, like I usually tend to like put some like lumpiness to it. I know a lot of people like want to get it like extra smooth or whatever, but I like to keep the skins in. And there's something about that really just nourishes my body. It makes me feel like more of a person.
Yeah, but I was gonna say that like mashed potatoes.
Exactly. Like mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, like they all of it, they find something in there and they could like do these weird little gymnastics
And make it
and
all
of a
about
sudden
them.
it's
Yep.
annoying. Like people do it naturally in conversation from time to time, but nobody ever really notices this. I know for a fact that I don't. But when I notice, you're fucking annoying.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so this is again documented on this podcast, right?
Talk and listen.
Kind of. So, documented on my pod. I've said it countless times. There are two types of people. And there's way more than that, but I'm just saying this for, conversation purposes. Two types of people. There are the ones that listen to learn, and I love those people. But then there are the ones that listen to respond. If you listen to respond, you already have a preset of what you're going to say, which means to an extent or to a default, you're not listening at all. You know what I mean? Like, listen to learn. Don't listen to respond.
I had an acting
You know what I mean?
coach like 5 or 10 years ago that kind of like phrased it in a different way that was totally mind-boggling. Like it just opened me up to a whole bunch of shit. She said straight up, she went, the majority of people are just listening to figure out when they could start talking again. So
Bar.
they're just
Battle rap right there.
I'm so happy
Battle
you
rap
know
right
that.
there. Hey,
I'm
come on,
so
man.
happy you know that
Come
too.
on, bro.
Just-
I do this for, this is my passion. I love to listen. I love to hear. You know what I mean? And granted, yes, bitches, you guys know I'm blind. I can't see nothing. I hear everything though. You know what I mean?
Last week, like I walked in late to Copa and I'm walking around like just like saying hi to everybody. And unbeknownst to me, I think Cameron was the one that was talking about it, like about this random mouse that was running around,
Yes.
like Copa or the pier or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I start turning around to walk away to go to the bar, and dude just lunges at me and just starts stomping at my feet.
Oh shit! Yeah, sorry.
No, it's funny because I was just going like, dude, what are you doing? It's like, oh man, I thought that was a mouse. I'm like, that's my shoe.
No.
Then he goes like, oh my God, I'm so sorry about it. And I wasn't like offended or nothing like that. I just went like, wow, you're really blind as fuck.
Yes. Hey, bro, hey, see, and okay, so
He goes up on stage and there's nothing false about this guy. He almost killed a mouse on my foot.
No, you gotta tell them. You have to tell them because, okay, so again, for those that know me, right? For those that really know me, when I come from outside to inside, for those that know me, I need a solid 30 to 45 seconds for my eyes to adjust, right? So I was hosting, right? I was hosting that night. And I had a feeling it was you because of the aura. I see auras, okay? I see auras, right?
It's just blinding light from my pasty ass skin.
Right. So look, I'm on stage, and if you perform that Copa, the lights are on you, and like for me, the lights are on me, the lights are shining on me. I'm hosting, so I'm up there from anywhere from 15, and this is a wide window. So I'm up there from anywhere from 15 seconds to a minute and a half, right? I have a comedian up there. They're doing their thing. I'm like, I go right up to fucking Kyle. I say, hey, Kyle? And this is what made me love him even more because he reminded me of my best fucking friend. My best friend, Justin Yaquiz, all right? Because he would have did this shit. I went right up to Kyle. I was like, hey, Kyle, you're next. He goes, I'm not Kyle. And I was like, fuck, that's not fucking Kyle. I could have sworn that was Kyle. I walk away, and he tells one of the regulars, he's like, I'm Kyle. This motherfucker really can't see, huh? This motherfucker is fucking, he really can't fucking see. And then what really fucks me up was that, like, I go to call Kyle's name, and the motherfucker that I went up to originally, he gets up and comes to the stage, and I was like, I fucking knew it.
I think Jay was egging me on to do that same thing too.
But Jay would, though.
Jay was right there.
Fuck it, man. Look. And this is how you guys know I am well more than able to take a joke. Okay? Like, how do you resist? You can't. You take advantage. Like, he was like, look, Kyle, he told me that, fuck, I'm not Kyle. And I believed him, because what am I going to do? I still see the bright ass lights from when I was on stage 13 seconds ago.
You want to know what's even more fucked up?
Kyle, you're next.
You want to know what's like? This is what's even more fucked up. The night that they had him hosting, the strobe lights didn't work.
Oh,
they would not shut off. So it was just like a whole bunch of disco lights just going off the entire time, and a whole bunch of comedians made jokes about it.
Yeah.
But how the hell did they ask you to host that night? Meanwhile, you just got like all these berries just getting thrown at you.
Oh,
like,
Bork. You got some explaining to do, Bork.
Bork.
But no, I love that.
I want to see Bork on this podcast. I want to see Bork drunk. That's it.
Ooh,
Can you imagine drunk Bork?
I think you're onto something. I think you're really onto something, because Bork has done this pod.
Oh, yeah?
You know what? Let's go through the list, okay? So, I've had Bork. He's no longer a friend of the show. He's family of the show. I've had the Drunken Stoner.
Drunken Stoner.
Yes. And
who would that be?
I'm going to put you on.
Okay.
I would definitely put you on, because he has put me in a position, and he's kind of like, he's forced me out of my comfort zone, because I'm so used to getting booked. He's like, bro, you don't even fucking see what I see in you. You can throw your own show. I'm going to make you fucking throw your own show.
That is a first world problem and a half. You said, like, like he sees everything in me because I'm just so used to getting booked.
Hey, weird flex, but okay. You know what I mean? But seriously though, like he's part of the reason. He's part of the reason why I do what I do, because he he gets it. And this is a guy that he has thrown more than successful shows. He's thrown more than successful festivals. Like, I have literally like checked people in Hollywood for speaking bad on his name. Like, we can't say anything bad about the Drunken Stoner. That is my dog. That is my brother. He is family of the show. He's been in my house. You know what I mean? And he creates opportunities. Like, what more can you ask for? But
see, you drink and you smoke weed, you become a better person.
The drunk and stoned. You know what I'm saying? But to keep going, fucking short-term memory loss. Saying again.
My bad. So, like, we're talking about the people that have been on the show. There was Bork.
Oh, right. So we got Bork,
Drunken Stoner.
We've had Jay Auburn.
Yeah.
I love that guy. He's a monster.
I don't know how you survived. I thought he would have choked you out by now.
Fuck. Hey, you know what?
He's really nice.
Yeah. He said it best himself. Hey, fuckers, it's an act. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm not really like this, bitches. Come see me after the show. I'll buy you a burrito, fucking pussies. You know what I mean? Like, that's him. But I've had J.D. Stevens on here. I've had I've had Cameron on here.
I saw that one.
Yeah, and that is definitely one. Because I'm serious. There's only like 2 other people that I've considered serious co-host, and that's my boy David AF, David Allen Freitas. That's my fucking dog.
Love that
That's
guy.
my dog. And this guy is damn near like he's fucking also family of the show. Is Gary Paulson.
I recognize the name.
Yeah, he's been out. He stopped coming around because he's been doing a lot of shit in like Santa Barbara and Goleta. But that is like he can't do any wrong in my eyes. I've had Michelle on here. Michelle Melizaki. I've had her on here. I've had Denise Carter on here. I've had Cody Collins on here. Bro, honestly, like I've had fucking Russell. That is my dog.
Russell is hilarious.
Russell is on my Mount Rushmore of Ventura County, and that is a question that we're gonna get to.
I can get behind that real easy. Like, dude is funny as fuck, and like for some reason, every time I go up before him, he always has something to say.
Dude, he's a fucking murderer, yo.
Yeah, like he's the one dude that I truly believe that he can go up completely unprepared and still put on a good show.
It's his delivery. He's a murderer. Hey, but real quick though, it's my turn for a bathroom break. Either I can fade to black, or you can bless You can bless him.
I don't know what you want me to do. Just press pause. Go to the bathroom.
All right,
do what you got to do.
Hey, real quick though, I'm gonna be right back. Little bladder alert. We back just like that. Yak whiz, little bladder. Anyways. What were we talking about again? I be forgetting.
I don't know, but we did it. It was a marathon, people.
We show the camera. Oh yeah. Oh, and for you officers out there, he's staying the night. Relax. I'm gonna feed him again. Relax. Okay.
The food was bomb. Like
my girl made homemade ranch. Like, calm down. Like, come on.
That ranch was homemade too?
Yeah, she made homemade ranch. She made homemade restaurant made ranch.
I missed out on it. I honestly ate it dry, and I was told I legitimately thought, like I could totally eat this without any sort of sauce. So when she offered it, I was going like, oh no, I don't need it, because the way that it was like, set up, I'm going like, I feel like I'd be doing a disservice by like dipping it in anything.
See, okay.
And I missed out on homemade ranch. I would put ranch on pancakes if it wasn't so socially weird.
Hey, you know what? That's dope that you said that, because, okay, one of my best friends in the whole world, I think I might have mentioned him, Justin. He's Filipino. He's my brother. His dad, which is, he's like my uncle. He taught me, he said, hey, if you need to put steak sauce on a steak, the steak ain't that good.
Okay.
And I was like, fuck. That makes sense.
There's some merit to it, because one thing that blew my mind was when somebody told me to put blue cheese on steak. Not like blue cheese dressing, but like blue cheese crumbles on steak.
Hey, you learn something new every day.
No, like take it and run with it. You may, like, if you wanted to like turn it into like a sauce, put like a tiny little bit of butter and put that on there. It's just like a sliver of butter and like blue cheese crumbles. You will never do A1 again.
Noted.
It's weird. Like, we don't know how to season food. Do not get me wrong. But I can hook a steak up tomorrow. Trust me.
How do you like your steak?
Medium rare. As you should.
I'm there. It took me a while.
I was like, you're not a well done person, are you?
Not anymore. Okay, so
not anymore.
No. Okay, so when I was younger,
like, I'll just buy you some beef jerky. You don't have to like go through the trouble of like having people just burn your food.
Okay, so that's the thing, though. That's the thing. So, a lot of people don't believe me when I tell them this, but I grew up black as fuck.
What?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So black people, we cook our shit through and through. You know what I mean? We cook our shit. So whenever we would get like a steak, and I mean a steak from Denny's, fuck you bitches. Fuck you.
I hate Denny's too. I got my own reasons.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm off of Denny's. I'm off of Denny's and I'm off of Subway. I'm not doing them no more.
Damn, Subway too.
Yeah, I'm off of Subway. I'm off of it.
Well, they've been lying to you too. That's not a foot long.
Fuck no, it's just like 10 and
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like 10.9 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking robbers. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you know what? Hey, off topic, but on topic, right? I seen a video. This dude ordered. Oh my! This was the hoodest shit I ever seen a white boy do. Cuz fucking ordered an 8-ounce steak, right? He fucking brings the scale to the restaurant. I'm talking about like you can still see like weed crystals on it. This motherfucker, he goes, "Hey, I need to speak to a manager." They're like, "Oh, maybe I can help you with it." He's like, "Well, maybe you can, but if you can't, I need to speak to a manager." So this motherfucker, I swear, and I love this food because this is the most gangster shit that I've seen a white boy do. He goes, "Hey, look, I ordered an 8-ounce steak. I ordered an 8-ounce steak." He takes the steak, bare hands, takes the steak, puts it on the scale. The scale reads clearly 6 ounces. He's like, "Yeah, I'm missing 2 ounces from this steak. Like, you guys need to get a manager here." And then the video cuts out. Like, I mean, you get to see the poor waiter, because it was a guy. The poor waiter, you know, he's going by policy. He's not weighing the fucking meat out in the back. He's a server. He's a waiter.
He's just putting it there.
He's just bringing the food to you. You know, he has nothing to do with anything else. He's just bringing the food to you. And this dude was like, "Hey, homie, 8-ounce steak. This shit weighs 6 ounces. I need to speak to a manager." And that poor innocent dude, he might have been like 18, 19 years old, was like, "Oh, all right. I will gladly get the manager for you." And he don't even know he got checkmated because he is not in the kitchen. And I was just like, damn, motherfuckers are not playing about their steaks.
Well, like, first of all, white boy can eyeball an ounce. That's gangster as fuck.
Word. You know what he's
like,
doing. You know what he's doing.
Like, you even said he walked in with his own scale. Nobody just keeps that.
Dude.
Like, I don't have that in my, like, the trunk of my car. Not anymore. But, like.
Donations, donations, motherfuckers. Donations.
But, like. Also, on that note, tip your fucking servers and stop cussing them out, please. Like,
please.
I worked at a restaurant in Burbank. I was bartending at the time, but I was consoling a server friend of mine because a customer demanded that she be fired because her steak was overcooked. It's like,
whoa,
she didn't cook your steak. And also, did you have to eat the whole thing before you figured out that it was overcooked?
She wasn't black.
It's just weird to me how, like, you know, if I ordered a medium rare steak and I got a medium steak, I'd eat it. If I got a medium rare steak and I got a medium well steak, I'd be upset, but I'd notice it right away and I'd ask somebody to replace it.
Right.
If I ordered a medium rare steak, eat the steak and decide that it was overcooked afterwards, and then demand a server to be fired that had no, like, they didn't cook your fucking food.
Yeah.
Like, you got issues.
My father's going to hear about this. Like, you ate it. You're full. You're about to catch the itis in 13 seconds. Like, fuck out of here, man. Like, I don't know. Oh, shit. I have to share this story.
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. Again, for those that know me, you guys will know where this happened. All right. From 16 to 19, I worked at an amusement park. I'm going to give you guys enough information to Google it. I worked at an amusement park right off of the 405 freeway in Irvine. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. 3 minutes from there, I worked at a bagel shop. You guys should know where that's at. One of my aces, one of my dogs, my best friend that I was telling you about, my boy Justin, he is a friend between both of us. We both have taken care of him. We both have looked out for him. He is more than successful now. He's a fucking Cinderella story. This dude has so much hate in his heart. If he didn't like you and you came into the shop, he's beating meat in your food. He's beating meat in your food. Okay, I had nothing to do with it. All right, he told me after the fact, after I clocked out. Hey, remember that motherfucker that fucking came into the fucking shop, bro? Remember, bro? He fucking came into the shop, bro. Fuck that food. He fucking came in because he thought he was fucking making fun of me because I worked at the fucking shop, bro. And I was like, dog, relax. Like, he didn't do shit to you. Oh, fuck him, bro. Dude.
That's why don't fuck with people that handle your food. Because here's the thing. If he gets caught, he's getting fired. But they do not get caught all the time. Don't fuck with people that handle your food.
Y'all better watch that movie Waiting.
That's it. Like, my spirit animal is that goddamn woman that's just going, wash the fucking dishes and shut the fuck up. Fucking psycho, babble, bullshit, asshole. That is all the Irish rage just building up within me. And the very second that she hits that floor, it's just bing. I do not miss the service industry at all. At all.
I can't make it up, yo. This dude was, I'm talking about full orangutan grip, beating me over the
It's like I'm there.
You know what I mean? Like, over this dude's food. Like, and the only thing that was
This sour cream tastes funny.
yeah, like, dude, he was just fucking, you know what I mean? Like, oh my god, I can't wait till you eat it. Oh, I can't wait till you fucking eat it. Oh god, oh god.
No lube, no porn.
Nothing, bro.
Just the thought of you eating it.
Dude, like, I go to the back of the restaurant. I'm like, hey. And I'm on some, like, 1,000% like nigga shit. Like, cuz, what the fuck are you doing? Like, nah. He's like, nah. He's an Indian cat. You know, he's Persian. He's Persian. Excuse me, he's Persian. He goes, fuck you, bro. Fuck this fool. Fuck you if you're against me. Fuck him. Like, he was like borderline white boy. Like, fuck you, man.
I was waiting for it.
You know what I mean? And hey, at that point, like, I'm talking about, he's just full fucking fledged, like, and I was like, yo, what the? And look, dog, I swear to God, I can't make this shit up. He's just like, hey, fuck you, Julian. Fuck you, bro. Mind, you're black, right? Your mom told you to mind your fucking business. I said, hey. This month, man.
Oh my god.
I leave. I want no parts. I leave. I said, okay.
All right. I'm gonna go on record. He said it was borderline white boy shit. I'm going on record right now. I'm as white as they come. I love Blink 182 like all the rest of us. Green Day is my shit.
Word.
Eminem's the GOAT, kinda. I'm that white. I will never jizz on food. I am not about to jizz on food and call it a drinking game. I'm not that white boy.
These Persians,
bum, bum.
So he does his shit, right? I leave. I'm making coffee. Okay? I leave. I want nothing to do. I'm in the front of the house. I'm making coffee. I'm taking out trash. I'm filling up fucking napkin dispensers. I'm putting the forks. I'm putting, you know what I mean? I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing to do with it. Hey, Julius. For those that know me, you guys know I have a second name, and I made the news with this name. I'm not saying it on here. But for the ones that I love and the ones that love me, I have two names. I'll tell you off camera. Hey, Julius, come here. I go, because I have my boys back. I go. What's up, homie? Hey, you gotta give him this food. No, the fuck I don't. I got you this job, bitch. I am not giving him that. He's like, come on, man. Just fuck this guy, man. Fuck this fucking guy, man. You fucking give him his food. Like, bro, you don't even sound Persian right now. You don't. Like, you don't even sound Persian right now. You sound fucking surfboard, blonde hair. My dad's gonna hear about this. That's what you sound like. You sound like my father's gonna hear about this. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that, bro. You fucking got me or not? I was peer pressure. I was like, fuck it, cuz. What's up? What's up? What you want me to do? All you gotta do is give him his food. Fuck, man. So I get his food. He already prepped it. You know, he put the fucking the sprouts on there, and he put the capers on there, and he decorated it really nice. He made the dish very presentable. Right? So I'm like, all right, whatever. I got you, food. I got you. I take the fucking food to this guy. I take it to this guy, right? And the nigga in me was like, ooh, I bet he finna eat this shit. Like the nigga in me, like, look. And we spoke about this off camera. For me to really unleash my real, like, comedic person, like the real, like, authentic me, I'm gonna say nigga a lot more. You know what I'm saying? So the nigga in me was like, ooh, I bet he gonna eat it. I'm over here like I bet he gonna eat this shit, right? So I give the dude his food. Hey, sorry about the wait. You know what I mean? Hey, I gave you a little extra this and that. Like, here's. Do you want an extra drink? Do you want an extra bag of chips? You know what I mean? I'm making him feel more than welcome. I'm making him feel that there's nothing that can go wrong with his food. As soon as I hit the threshold of, the threshold that separates the employees from the guests, right?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I hit that threshold, me and the homie was... Dude, we watched him scarf every fucking bite. And I swear on everything I love, he said, yo, did you guys put like anything extra? Because it was pretty good. I swear.
That's that blue cheese butter I was talking about.
Dude, no, this is what my boy said. He said, yeah, he said, look, nothing serious, bro. We just put a little extra capers in there.
That was smooth.
We put a little extra capers in there.
Because I don't have a frame of reference, but I'm pretty sure that capers taste like...
Nut. So I played my cool. I did my job. I did what I felt was right. I backed my homie up. I backed him up. He said, fuck that guy. So I said, fuck that guy. He said, fuck his food. So I said, fuck his food. He said, I'm literally gonna fuck his food. And I said,
fuck his food.
Like, yeah, I ain't with that. I ain't fucking his food with you. I ain't fucking his food with you. You might not need this job, but I need this job. Okay? Hey, this was
my
back.
God.
This was back when the cell phone bill was $28, unlimited everything. Okay, and I was paying my part. It ain't like that today. You know what I'm saying? Look. This was when the phone bill was free before, or no, free after 9. That's when I was paying my phone bill.
I remember that shit too.
You know what I'm saying? This month, man. Ooh,
I used to call people collect for no reason.
Dude, what?
Yep. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
You dial right down the middle.
You have a collect call from. It's like, and it's always the motherfucker you don't want to talk to.
Every single girlfriend that I ever had thought I was calling him from jail.
No.
They're just going like, I don't know that guy.
Man, look, man. I drank a lot tonight, but I didn't drink enough to drop names. And dude, I love you to death. I'm not gonna dime you out, but you a dirty motherfucker. You're a dirty motherfucker, yo. You know what you did. You know what you did, and you gonna sit there and drag me into that shit. You're a dirty motherfucker, yo.
Yeah, let's bring him in next time. Like shit, we can fit him within the
Definitely.
2 hour and 30-minute mark that we got going. Dude, we did the shit.
Dude, thank you, bro.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, bro.
And bring me back. Bring me back.
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yes.
honestly, like, I feel that I found my co-host.
Dude, hell yes.
Seriously, yo.
I'll tell you my schedule. We will make this work because like this was fun as hell. And like, and then also just like I would love to kick it with dudes like Cameron and Mike and Jay. And I want to drink Bork under the table. Let's make this happen. That shit would be fucking dope.
Yeah, we gotta get drink. Hey, Bork.
Bark.
Come on, Bork.
I need a San Jose Shark hockey jersey. It's been a minute.
He has a lot of jerseys.
He was selling them. I just randomly opened like Facebook shop and they're just like an entire closet full of hockey jerseys. It was his.
It's like, I know that guy.
Like
I know him.
nobody in SoCal has the need for that many hockey jerseys. My uncle's name is on the Stanley Cup. He doesn't need that many hockey jerseys. Clean out your closet.
Nuts.
We killed that whole bottle.
Sure did. Like
Dude.
nothing. Like nothing. Well,
Welcome to Drinking with an Irishman, man.
hey, see, and it's an honor for me to just even being able to hang. It don't sound
Dude.
like it. I'm gonna drink my water.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, like if we ended up like hitting on some like indica, I couldn't hang. You were talking about like your hash show.
Oh yeah, hash and laughs. Hash and laughs. Okay.
I'm like, I'm performing. I am not participating.
Yeah.
At least not until after the set. You will never see me again.
Hash and laughs. December 3rd. Okay. That's all I got right now. You know what? Do I want to give proper due? I really do want to give proper respect, but it's a little late right now, and my ass can't see my phone right now because blurred lines. You guys know that.
Blurred lines.
But my boy, you know what I mean? Huge shout out to the Drunken Stoner. Hey, Yak Wiz around here. And Yak Wiz, okay, I've had plenty of people, bro, what the fuck does Yak Wiz mean? Yak Wiz is acronym.
I was rolling with it. I had no idea what you were talking about, but I was right there with you.
So pretty much Yak Wiz means you already know what it is. Yak Wiz.
Holy shit.
A already know K W what I it is. It's
Did you just make that up?
No, this is old now.
Oh.
You know, this,
I mean, like I'm late on a whole bunch of shit, but like that's fucking beautiful.
yeah, so like you'll hear me say it at Copa, you'll hear me say it at
Yak Wiz.
Yak Wiz. You already know what it is.
Damn.
That's all it is.
I'm from the Bay. I have I'm shocked that we didn't do that first.
I know. I can already hear you 40.
Ooh.
I'm already sipping on the sippy and you Yak Wiz. But no, that's my thing. Like, so we have, well, clearly, you know, we have Realquicctho. Everybody knows me as Realquicctho, and then we have Yak Wiz. You already know what it is. So you already know what it
That's
is.
fucking dope, not gonna lie. And also, just so you know, like I haven't lived in the Bay since '07, but for some reason to this day, I feel like deep in my spirit that if I ever want to like punctuate anything I say, it comes out with I'm from the Bay.
Good.
Like it just feels right.
Good.
It feels right. I don't know.
I'll tell you guys what. We are obviously getting to my least favorite part of the show, and that's the ending. But Kyle is gonna be the co-host. He's gonna be here every week. If it's okay with you.
Dude, like
You know what I mean? Like what?
I just gotta tell my boss that I'm gonna come over Wednesday with a hangover, and I think I'll be fine. Fuck it. No, this is fun as hell.
Dude, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Hell yeah.
This has been your first podcast ever. And honestly, like, this is all it is. Like, you got to meet the family. You got to watch.
Family's
'cause,
awesome.
You know, I'm blind as fuck. So you got to see the big ass TV.
I was wondering why it was so big. I mean, like, it's like twice the size of your couch. I'm like, my God, dude.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to see the big ass TV.
But you almost stomped out my foot because you thought it was a mouse at the same time.
See, that was some. Look, bro. Like, I actually felt bad. I felt bad that day because you was fresh as fuck. You was fresh.
I had a turtleneck.
Yeah, you had a turtleneck with some shiny ass shoes on. What the
Mhm.
whoa. And he just was like, "Yo, fuck you doing?" And I was like,
I had no
"Hey,
business.
my bad, bro."
I had no business being so defensive about those shoes because I know what shoes you're talking about. Those are from '09. I've been making those shoes work for quite some time. There's no reason for me to be that defensive.
I was like, "Look, if I get my ass whooped, this is completely understandable. Like, he's just here, he's having a good time, he's vibing with everybody, and then to hear my ass go, fucking kicking his big toe in. What the fuck? Like, bro, do it. Hey,
You thought it was Ratatouille.
Hey,
I get it.
I thought there was snitches around. Like, no. And then he played it so cool, right? He was just like, dude. And he fucking walked inside and then came back out like 10 minutes later. I was like, my bad. He's all like, nah, it's cool. You didn't see him. And I was like, I was like, bro, my bad. He's like, nope, it's cool. It was you. If it was somebody else, they would have got hands and feet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a damn lie. Like, you know what? I have a story about a fight that I got into in my adult life that we are saving for next week.
hey, tune in.
We are saving that for next week because this fight is hilarious. I have no business being in this fight.
Fuck, I gotta pee. Do we need to end this shit now?
Yeah, let's call it now. Like, I gotta, like, I'm about to head out and you gotta pee.
Yo, this has been another beautiful addition to the channel. Realquicctho podcast, Black Truffle TV, Yak Wiz, Kyle Caldwell. Yo, I promise you, this will not be the last time that you see him.
Hell yeah.
You guys know how I get down.
Yak Wiz. It's getting,
no sunsets around here. All right?
shit's about to get tattooed right now. I love Yak
You know
Wiz.
what I mean?
It's fucking
Hey, look,
fire.
You can't fall if you don't trip. This is Black Truffle TV, Realquicctho podcast, and we're going to see you next time.
Yay.